I've got this game, A Case of Fraud. It's supposed to be rather short, and by short, it should be like 2-3 hours, so hopefully enough for a stream. Game inspired by the Roottrees are dead, but in this case, there's been some sort of fraud that we need to investigate, but also we're gonna be matching people and their pets. So that's basically all I know. Fraud, and there's pets, and we get to look at the drawings of the pets, so you know, sounds good to me. And yes, there might be some chickens. We will see if there were evil chicken masterminds behind the fraud doing some chicken maths. Or who knows? Maybe. Yeah, so let's see what I've got in this one. Welcome to your first day at Debenham Detection. We've got an urgent new job. A woman has gone missing. Her dog is missing too. So the police think she has just left town. Her family disagree, and they have hired us to find her. Okay. Her name is Christine Pelham. She's the CEO of Zoolingo. Okay, well, are we sure the owl didn't do it then? A new software company that's building a translation app that lets people understand their pets. I'm giving you the papers we found in her home office. You'll be able to see the envelope in a minute. You will need to sift through the evidence and figure out what's relevant. To start organizing your thoughts, I want you to figure out the identities of her family members. Find their full names and their pictures too. I'll give you a simple family tree to fill out. Include any pets. Pets have the surnames as their owner. The dog's done it. Yep. The dog is definitely involved. Time to start. Good luck. Your progress will be saved automatically. Thank you for this instruction. Evidence. Okay, so yes, we've got Christine, the missing person. We've got her dog. We have to determine the name of the dog. Well, we might. Or, you know, the app was a fraud and that's why she's off, right? They were like, oh yeah, you'll be able to speak to your pets if you just give us all your money. And then once it didn't work, she's like, I'm out of here. Yes, apparently she's married, got 2 kids, and the son has a girlfriend. Okay, so we've got the evidence. We've got a notebook. Okay, so we can just type in here if we want to. But we can read. Okay. Business news. Pet translation startup is the cat's whiskers. Pet translation startup Zoolingo closed another round of funding this last month, rumored to total over 12.5 million. This new innovative technology company is developing an animal translation product that aims to allow owners to understand their pets. Vocalization using a smartphone app, it uses a large language model to learn the meaning of the noises of different species and even of individual animals. CEO Christine Pelham sees huge potential in the product. I'm looking forward to the day when I can hear my beloved Labradors she chooses. Okay, her dog is a Labrador. But yeah, I mean, app that lets you talk to your pet using large language models sounds like, you know, potential scam right there. Well, we can take her picture. Well, it did say that the pet's surname will be just the owner's surname, so that's why there's 2 things for the pets. So yeah, if we close this, I think yes, that's similar to the Roottrees. We've taken the picture and we can now put her picture into here. Okay, well, first thing filled in. Got Zoolingo, here your best friend. Take the picture of the cat, important. Christine, here's the proof for the new poster. Let me know what you think. Omar and Pete are okay with it. Kathy. Okay. Whoever Omar and Pete are, We may have to find out later, but yes, the picture of the cat apparently is something that we needed. Hawaii school news. Welcome to a new term. We hope everyone had a relaxing holiday and that you're calm back to school, ready to excel. Cake fundraiser for swim team next week. We need your donation. Baking by Monday afternoon. 2 large items for families appreciated. Don't forget to come on Tuesday to buy some delightful sweet treats. Some inspiration from last year's term baking fundraiser. The school debating team, Semantic Antics, have won their heats and are through to the regional finals. Semantic Antics members Melanie Williams, Prudence Flower, and Sound Taumata came third at the national championships last year and are hoping to take out the top prize this year. You go, girls! The app, yes, the logo needs some work, that's for sure. Hello, Joran. Talented 12-year-old saxophonist Sarah Paul has won the prestigious Mary Bentley Youth Music Competition, beating 84 others, 12 to 14-year-olds. Well done, Sarah. Okay. Sarah Ball, so not related to our missing person, but that might be the son's girlfriend or someone like that. Discoveries. Designing for flow. The startup office remodel works hard and rides easy by Ben James. The cupcakes look like chickens. Okay. Oh, you mean like here when they're tiny? Okay, the chickens are incoming. They're hidden chickens. Pet translation startup Zoolingo is taking the tech world by storm, winning a prestigious design award from ID&Z just weeks after securing $12.5 million in investor funding. Sarah Rose, lead architect for both the building renovation and interior fit-out, is excited to push aesthetic boundaries in the tech space. Brand new facilities for employees who commute by bike or on foot, championed by Tri-Spoon engineer Brandon Ross at the state-of-the-art encourage active travel modes, okay. Oh, there's like, we can zoom in and there is like pictures of people on the wall, fire warden Holly and first aiders something. So we may need that for later, because obviously right now we're sort of in the tutorial where we just have few people. And this woman has a picture of a rabbit on her desk. So that also might be important later, although I can't like collect anything from this zoom in. Okay, what else? Dear Mr. Ball and Mrs. Pelham, we would like to extend an invitation to your son to accompany our family to our annual ski trip to Cardona this August. Oh, people who have an annual ski trip, that's the kind of fancy people we're dealing with. 8 to 19, he is welcome to stay for the entire duration. Or our driver can collect or deliver him to the airport at any time that is convenient. You may rest assured that our daughter will sleep in a room with her younger sister at the opposite end of the chalet to your son. Best regards, Mr. and Mrs. Lyons. Okay, so this might be the family of the son's girlfriend then. Oh, they have a chalet and they go on ski trip and they have the driver that drops them off at the airport. How fancy. Okay, but that means Mrs. Pelham and then Mr. Ball, they don't share a surname. Even though they're supposedly married and have kids together. I mean, that's fine. You don't have to share surnames. It's also telling me like you could add this to favorites. Okay, well, I don't want to right now. We got dogs. More dogs. We are a world-class dog daycare and training facility in Auckland, New Zealand. We are designed for the busiest of professionals with opening hours for drop-off and collection between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. 7 days a week, including public holidays. Prices start from $15 an hour per dog, fully accredited under standards. Contact us for free tour and consultation. Info at Doggy Dog. Alfalfa, one of our many happy clients. Doggy Dog World, take care. We care for your pup like one of our own. Okay. So I think from this we can take, because we've been reading lots of things and not putting anything in. I think from this we can take that the husband of Mrs. Pelham will be called Mr. Ball. There we go. And therefore, if we go back to here, and here it says that Sarah Ball, sorry, this is behind my camera, but I guess you can see this version here. Sarah Ball has won the award for the music, that therefore might be the daughter. So we can put here Sarah Ball, and that's her picture then as well with the saxophone. And then Lyons is the girlfriend. Okay, well, we have to dig further to actually complete any of them. Chained in social media, Christine at Zoolingo. Piper picked a peck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is some passwords. Bon Appetit Pet Store. CM Pelham at email. Piper 4321. Bank user ID. Yeah, this is like her logins and passwords. She just has a little post-it that we can read. Cool. Well, this next one coming up is looking interesting. Hello, sir. Happy anniversary. Cute, hardworking, remarkable, intelligent, sexy. Chris, I guess that's his name. Here's to another 20 years. Lots of love, Rich. Okay, but it's from Rich. Interesting. Okay, well, we know this man's name is Chris, I assume then. I guess because it's gonna be other people that she knows. Oh, I guess Chris can be her, because her first name is Christine, and she can just be going by Chris. Oh, so this is a card from Rich to Christine. Okay, that makes more sense in terms of who's getting this card and who's receiving this picture. Yeah, I assume that's so the husband made this card for the wife, being like, here's the card and here's the picture of me with no shirt on. You know, because that's the best gift I can give you. So his name is Richard, and that's his picture. Okay, yes. So I've got Christine, the missing person, correct. Richard, the spouse, and Sarah Ball, the daughter. There we go. We're doing it. So we just have to figure out the son's girlfriend, and their pet. The most important. The pet is not here yet. And she said it was a Labrador, so we haven't seen any Labradors yet. Okay, Felicia is 21. You're invited to help celebrate Felicia's birthday and recent graduation on Friday, 7th February till late. Yeah. RSVP to mom or dad, Meredith and Paul. Okay. Cool. Kathy, I need to check up on Dan's new girlfriend, bad influence. Okay, so the son name is Dan. And she's like, oh, hey, my assistant or whoever Kathy is. She's like, oh, you know, check her out. Even though, like, it sounds like she's from a rich family. So, you know, is she bad influence? Too spoiled with her private driver and ski chalets? Okay, so he's done. I mean, it seems like they're still married and all, so I guess she just didn't change her name. Like, if she's some sort of like high up entrepreneur person that's, you know, publicly out there, I assume it's better for her not to change her name so that, you know, people recognize her. People have various reasons. Obviously, you could just be like, I don't want to. Yeah, some people might just be like, yeah, we don't change our name. Sarah was here. Classifieds cat sitting. I want a cat. I really love cats and want to look after your cats while you're away. I will take such good care of them and give them so many pats, but only if they wanted pats. I can also walk them in the park with a harness or teach them tricks. Email at alecats@email. Chess tutoring, Sarah, okay. If you saw the movie and you think you might be a chess prodigy, I can crush your dreams or maybe help you become a professional. Who can say? There's only one way to find out. Email me at notarealmovie@email. Cleaner available, $135 an hour. Got a nasty mess and you just can't budge. That you got. Email Max today for no question asked quote, discretion and spotless results guaranteed. Out dumb spot. Cleaning at $35 per hour. Can they tidy my room? Clem the cleaner can help you get your home fresh as a daisy. I have background police checks and impeccable references for your peace of mind. PH 555 Daisy. Okay, they're like, I don't steal, I swear. It's not $35 because I take your staff as payment as well. Cook and housekeeper, French trained chef and patisserie master, has worked in the best houses. OMG, mom. Yeah, because Sarah wrote like, oh yes, she was here with the blue, so yes, you're right. And so Sarah's saying, Mom, can we hire this French-trained chef and patisserie master to be our private chef at our house? Correlation is no causation. Now that I have your attention. Birds, extinctions, power. Do you understand yet? Have you paying attention? They don't want you to look closely. Come and meet like-minded individuals at 4 p.m. every Thursday at Ambience Wellness, 47C Post Avenue. Bring a snack. Okay, well, what do they get up to in there? Country Club exclusive opportunity for new members. A gorgeous new country club has opened at Rotorua Heights with facilities to die for, including Olympic-sized swimming pool, 18-hole golf course, and free restaurants. Sounds like a bit of a use. Request our membership requirements and fees by emailing at the email. Sometimes we have to dispose of some large objects. Maybe. I mean, at $135 an hour, I would hope, they really clean, right? Not just a little dusting around the cupboards. Okay, well, that was interesting, but I don't think that was particularly anything right now. Other than we know it was Sarah and Christine looking at this. Increased productivity with just 12 sessions of yoga and mindfulness, 20 per session. Meet Charlotte, 12 p.m. Thursdays at kitchen. What? Which kitchen? My kitchen? Are you in my kitchen, Charlotte? Get out of there. Dita, lion. She's got followers. She lives in Auckland, New Zealand. Thinks ESFG. That's a weird personality test, I assume. Stars, Neptune, retrograde. Loves my man Dan. My girl Tay Tay. Pink everything. The beach. Good vibes only. Christine hopes this helps Kathy. Okay, so this is the girlfriend. So this is the file that Kathy prepared, on the girlfriend. To spy on her and figure out whether she is worthy. From Dan, girl dinner. Okay, so that is her here. And I mean, her name here is Dita here. Is that a name or is that okay, there's Perdita. So I think Dita makes sense for Perdita. Okay, so is the son Daniel therefore also called Paul, right? That I think we can assume that if they both have their name after the father. But we have to find his picture still. Right now we have like flowers that he's given the girlfriend and stuff like that. Nothing about him yet. Dear parents and guardians, St. Claudius School for Boys, our school dive trip to the Poor Knights Island is nearly here. Please sign and return the permission below with the 7,850 fee per child. Includes boutique accommodation, gourmet meals, small batch transfer, all equipment, and one-on-one lessons. I hereby give permission for my child to attend. Yes, allegation of... I indemnify the school from all allegations of wrongdoing, accident, injury, or death. I think you're still responsible for looking after the children. Dietary requirements, vegan, vegetarian, running their paleo. Please leave all no allergies. Bees. He's allergic to bees. Name of child. Daniel Colmondelay Ball. And they signed. Yes, bees. Well, we're learning more about him. Okay. Piper the Labrador. There he is. Oxford is cheaper than this. I mean, they are in New Zealand, so this is New Zealand dollars at least. I'm not sure what the exchange rate is though. So I'm not sure if they make it, if that makes it any better. Fresh free-range vegans. Good one. Okay, so Piper the Labrador, 2 years old, loves snacks, playtime, meeting new friends, hates waiting for food. Best friends told B, Philip and Mabel, favorite toys, Squeaky Hedgehog. Best trick, walking on hind legs, needs homework, leave, wait. Piper is a joy to have at daycare. Okay, so that's his little card. So he is here, his name is Piper. And I guess his surname is Pelham because it's supposed to be after the owner. Okay, so just the son's picture left. I can see it's gonna be there at the bottom, but let's read in order. Kathy, I need you to organize birthday gift for Rich by next Tuesday. Garden calendar, also Sarah's school supplies before she goes back on the 30th. Okay, so she has a just personal assistant. She doesn't have to worry about anything in her life. She's just like, Kathy, do this for me. I'm too rich to be bothered with my own children. Sunday, book cleaner, pay insurance on her Audi. Notes for Kathy, the frost bones. I assume that's for the dog. Whose bones? Yeah, her own husband also too much effort. But yes, the frost bones. Whose bones are we defrosting? Order wine. She's got 6 a.m. She goes to the gym. No, I mean maybe that's why I'm not rich. I'm in bed at 6 a.m. I'm not getting up to go to the gym at 6 a.m. And that's why I don't have an assistant that deals with my life. Hair and makeup, boss babes, exec breakfast, garden center, investment advisor bank, lunch with Andy and Susan at Bowl, coffee with Pat and Brenda, walk pee at Kakariki Farm Park, shower and power nap. See, that's the kind of thing that, works on my schedule. Power nap? Sure, let's go. She sends her assistant to the gym. Maybe. It's like, exercise for me, please. Meet at office, Sarah's recital, takeaways on the way, meet Aaron, kiss her. Well, at least she's going to the recital, right? At least she didn't send the assistant to her kid's recital. So, finalized recruitment for new salesperson, and she only had 3 glasses of water instead of the 8 that she's supposed to have, so she needs to get her hydration levels up. Because, she's just not doing it. Okay, and there we go. There's the picture of the sun. Yes, St. Claudius School for Boys, I guess, to link to the fact that that's him from that other note in the trip. And that's just her ordering pictures that were taken in the school, I guess. Yeah, giant canvas and lots of gloss prints on paper. All that. I'm surprised that people still pay for having like their kids' school pictures, because it's like these days you can just take a picture of your smartphone and get it printed cheap online, right? But anyway, here's his picture. It is obviously Piper, very important. We've identified the dog, and Perdita and Daniel. So and now I'm wondering about this whole girlfriend thing. Like, is the girlfriend too rich and too spoiled, or is the girlfriend too poor? And that's why she was worried about it being bad influence. Well done on finishing the family tree. However, I have some rather distressing news. Christine has been found dead in the Zoolingo office. Her death is being treated as suspicious. She had a rather nasty head wound. Yeah, so we've gone from missing to dead. We haven't even heard about the fraud yet, but yes, she dead. Also, millions of dollars of Zoolingo's investment money has disappeared over the weekend. The office has been torn apart, papers shredded, hard drives wiped. The police have agreed that we can continue our work as consultants to them. The Zoolingo board will be paying us as they want us to find the missing money as soon as possible. Yes, it's like, oh, she's missing. Where could she possibly be? Anyone check her work? Well, I guess they did now, and now she's dead. But yes, all the money's missing. Did the chicken take it? Well, yeah, where's the dog, right? Because her dog also went missing. So the dog took the money and ran off. Who was she meeting at the office on the Sunday she died? Was it her killer? Maybe it was the chicken. The police have forbidden us from talking to anyone from Zoolingo or any potential witnesses. However, they have agreed to send us copies of the evidence from the office. Once they are finished with it, they have sent through the documents that were found in 2 sections of the Zoolingo office. The desk on the west side and the desk in the center of the office. Once the police have recovered more evidence and processed it, they will pass it on to us. The dog ate the money, maybe. Because, you know, when you go to those investment meetings, it's like on those, what is that called? Like those Shark Tank or whatever, right? Where they don't like transfer you the investment money. They just give you a pile. Like, I want to invest 12 million. Here's my pile of $12 million in a bag. Take it with you. Your next task is to fill in the organization chart. Look out for anything suspicious that was going on. Okay, so now we're looking at the company she was working in. So not just family trees, but actual org chart of who was working at Zoolingo. Again, with that name, did the owl do it? Okay, we've got more evidence that we got from the police. So we have the CMO, the Chief Management Officer, CFO, Financial Officer. That's the person that carries all the bags of money. Yeah, CEO's assistant. Well, we know about the assistant, right? Her name is Kathy. We have Catherine. She's the woman that does all of her chores. Identical twin. No, she's just dressed up as the dog and made off with the money. The CTO, tech person. So yes, everyone has, well, almost everyone has pets. That's the CEO's assistant has 2 pets. The CFO, however, no pets. Immediately, what are you doing in here, guy? Clearly, you're not committed to this whole pet business. Yeah, advertising, sales, marketing, sales, finance, accountant, database lead, database, technical admin, Git good lead. Okay. That's some interesting job. Data scientists, data engineers, product owners. And we have senior developer, and product owner. So, yeah. You have as many salespeople as you have developers. Why is Git good? It's like, you know, when someone says this game is really hard and it's just, you know, it's too hard, and then, you know, their only solution is like Git good. As in, and yes, it's a pun on Git as well, which is like software development stuff. Yeah, product owner, at least from my kind of thing, is like the person that's make sure the thing you're making is the thing you're supposed to be making. Yes, get better is the good explanation, I guess. I'm like, how do I say this? Yeah, so what is this new evidence we have here? Because obviously we had the old evidence from because like we had a cat here and stuff like that. So I assume some of this is going to come back still, right? It's not all to be forgotten about. And obviously we had Kathy, so I put her name in because I assume that's the assistant. Okay, we have the West desk. So the West desk, we have a very nicely drawn plan in here, including some weird hairy plants or something happening in between the desks. So this is the area this evidence is from. So whoever works here near the... I assume this is like the not so good desk. This is where they put the people that are, you know, low in the organization, because it's like next to the kitchens, a bunch of noise, far away from the boardroom and stuff like that. I assume the important people are like more this side. But we'll see, we'll see. And though they do get a couch, so, you know, that's nice. Okay, so that's... is that just the sun again? And that's the dog again? So we're just collecting alternative pictures. Do we have room for alternative pictures? Not right now. And we can't change them. Well, we'll see what that's for. The product on the description made no sense whatsoever. Yeah, I think it's one of those, like, you know, we made up a job for certain people to to appear like we are better organized than we really are. Okay, we have stationery. Invoice for like school exercise books, school textbooks, whatever. Okay, so that's $300 or almost $400 worth of stationery. But yes, it's like, was this billed to the company? Because it includes like school textbooks and stuff like that, which, by the way, $128 for school textbooks. Just one. Which is like, is she billing her kids' books to her company accounts? Because that's not allowed. That's also fraud. And the calendar for the husband, yes. Suspicious. Fraud. Okay, we have this guy here. Marvolo and me, okay. So I assume the cat's name is gonna be Marvolo. But we don't know who this guy is, so we don't know where to assign it. Is that a wound or hair? No, I think that's his hair. If you mean this, like his fringe is a bit stuck to his forehead, rather than someone like the dog slapped him with the piece of wood. I think he's fine. Yeah, yeah, they're all mixed together. Yeah, I mean, you would have to separate it then, right? Because if you have one invoice, you would then have to be like, oh, but I didn't treat it as cost for my company, so that's fine. But you know, they might be trying to slip it in and hoping the tax office doesn't notice. Okay, we have NZ TechCon speaker Rebecca Cook. Okay, I assume she's gonna be one of the employees. We will find out later. We've got Mr. and Mrs. Fig. I assume that's from someone's desk. They had their wedding picture on the desk, and that's what we get to see. But we'll see later which one of them is working here. Maybe both of them are working here, but we don't know anything about them. Ran on Sunday. Sally Blake is cool. Hey Han, I lost my phone and forgot my email login for my laptop, so I had to dredge up this old email account from back in the day. Embarrassing. Luckily, your work email is so easy to remember. I know you always go running on Sunday afternoons. I wonder if I can meet you and come too. I really need to get fit, and Drover needs a good run. I need to get Drover a new collar, so can we please meet outside the Old Pete Shopee? It does 4:45 this Sunday, 12 suit you. I will shout you dinner after to say thanks for the motivation. Hello, are we back? Yes, apologies. It appears my internet had a little hiccup. Just, perfect timing while I'm streaming. Okay, good. I don't actually know which exact place was I, because I just noticed at some point that it wasn't loading. Did you all see me read this email? Was that where we were, or did it disconnect while I was reading it? drink a glass of water. I think if I make my internet equipment drink a glass of water, we're not gonna have any internet at all. Okay, yes, so they're meeting at the pet shop and they say sounds perfect. So yes, so that means we have Rebecca Cook, who works here at the company, right? So it basically tells us that Rebecca Cook, whoever she is, works at the west side of the office, and therefore if, it's gonna be like, west side is the salespeople or something, we're gonna know that might be her job or something like that. But yes, and we have Sally, who may or may not work here, and clear because obviously she's using some old email because she forgot her login, so she might work here. Yes, so here we have this note that says book Marvelo's annual checkup and vaccine. So we know that Marvelo is this cat here. So I assume this note is written by the man in that picture. Ask Peter text for chained in ads. So chained in, I assume it's like LinkedIn, just chained in, because it gets even more serious. Department budget report to Christine by Tuesday. Okay, so he's someone who would be doing a budget for his team or department, right? So he must be like somewhere in that like higher up position, right? He's not a junior something. He would be making the budget report. Sweets, I can't do this any longer. Arya asked where I was last Friday night and why I didn't see her before bed, and I really lost it. I can't sleep. The drugs aren't working. I don't even trust myself to tell you this in person, but I know I need to be strong. One last time this Friday night, then it's strictly work only between us. I know this will break your heart. Please don't be angry. I will never forget you until Friday. Your little petal. Okay, so someone is having an affair. Yes. I mean, considering the handwriting, that feels like, you know, doing little hearts over eyes, and this sort of handwriting tends to be associated with women, but, you know, I'm not going to say that is final. Someone just might, you know, like to write like this, regardless of their gender. But yes, Arya is mentioned here, so I assume Arya is the spouse of the person writing this note. And yes, they don't use any names here, we just have sweets and your little petal. Yes, secret office affairs. Don't have secret office affairs. Now look, you're breaking it off. They're breaking it off. Right, and now, well, you have to work together, it's awkward, you're gonna bring your wife/husband to a Christmas party, and, you know, the other person is gonna be giving you a side eye. Super awkward, don't do it! That's my life advice to you. No secret office affairs. University of Aotearoa. Now it's like names in New Zealand obviously are linked to the native languages of some people of New Zealand. They're linked to native languages of the people of New Zealand. So obviously some of the words I'm not sure how to read those. It is hereby certifies upon completion of the prescribed course of study, the degree of Master of Business Administration is conferred upon Omar Shafar. Okay, so Omar is some sort of business dude. K-dramas. Well, you can watch the K-dramas and live through them instead of, you know, doing this to yourself. Right. Happy birthday, Bex. Lots of love, Bill. Arya. Oh, Arya is a child? Okay, so here when they say Arya asked where I was last Friday night, that's the child, not the partner. Let's get that straight. So not only they are married and having an affair, they also have a child, and like they come home from having their affair and their child is like, where were you, mommy/daddy? You didn't tuck me into bed. What were you doing? And then what are you gonna answer to that, huh? And Smokey, so Smokey's their pet. So Bex, therefore, Bex is the person who's cheating, and they are married to Bill, have a child called Arya, and I assume a cat from this paw size and shape called Smokey. We're on to your Bex. We know. Mr. B. Mansell, Winters Road, Banner Awkward, East Company Financial Services Group. I see you, Oberdin reference. This ship over there and all of that styling. I know what you're on, developers. Dear Mr. Mansell, an update on your loan application, $15,000 for holiday expenses, unsecured loan. Again, we're just gonna be here judging people's life choices. You're taking $15,000 for holiday expenses loan? Get more affordable holidays. Unfortunately, we're unable to approve your personal loan application. Our policies mandate a maximum debt-to-income ratio, and your requested loan added to your existing borrowing brings you above this threshold in spite of your high income. While we recognize and appreciate that you have been a valued client of ours for many years, our company does have fixed limits, and I cannot authorize a one-off waiver that, as you suggest. Yours sincerely, Roy Sampson. I see you, Golden Idol reference as well. This is the We Like Other Investigation Games, the page. Yeah. So Mr. B. Mansell is basically in deep, deep debt. Not sure what we're doing with this information other than, you know, if someone was going to steal all those millions, I guess he might have a reason to do so, right? Because he needs money. What we have? Omar. I need your department's budget by Tuesday. Sales estimates fine, but need a firm number on advertisement. Okay, so we were saying Omar is some sort of business guy, right, from here, and now he was needing to do the budget, and now she says sales estimates fine, but need a firm number on advertising spend. So he would be somewhere. We have like advertising people here and sales people here. So he could be the CMO, which is the chief marketing officer, I guess. Because yeah, it deals with sales and advertising. So his name is Omar Sharaf. Let's put him as the CMO. And do I know? Oh yes, and I know his picture because it says book Marvelous annual checkup, and then we have Marvelo and me. So that is his picture, and that is his pet, Marvelo Sharaf, with him there. Yeah, something finally for the board, because I've been just going through this evidence, judging people, but we didn't get any filled in on the board right yet. Prescription ready for pickup from Tiffany Langton to Rebecca. Okay, Rebecca is getting more emails. Hi Rebecca, Dr. Ko has sent through your prescription for Kiestra Zolpidem for your recent sleep difficulties. It's been forwarded to your nominated pharmacy and should be ready for pickup later this morning. You will likely need photo identification. Please remember, this is short-term prescription only. You are likely to become very drowsy 15 to 45 minutes after taking Kiestra. Only take it once you're ready for bed. Do not exceed the recommended dosage. Do not drive or operate heavy machinery, even if you feel fully awake. Avoid alcohol and any sedatives while taking it. Never share your prescription with others. Let us know if side effects are troublesome or if your sleep issues persist. Yes, Rebecca might be the person having the affair. Yes, because she was saying, I can't sleep, the drugs aren't working, right? And Bex would make sense for Rebecca as a name. But I'm not sure we will know where to put it right now, because we're not sure what her job is, right? So obviously her family is not gonna fit in here because this is just the org chart. So actually we can't do the Roottrees trick where it's like, oh, we know that they have a husband and one child, so we can use the structure of the tree to fit them in, because here we don't see the spouses and we don't see the children in the structure. It's only the work organization chart. So we have to figure out what her job is as well to place her. She has a pet, which, yeah. Cuts it down a bit, because yes, there's a pet here. Well, I mean, single pet, that's what we know. So we have a few people with a single pet. Yeah, I mean, if you can't sleep, try not having an affair so that your, consciousness is eating at you. And see if that helps. Okay, yeah, so that's her prescription. We get a lot of emails for Rebecca, so I assume, you know, she might be... she's a busy woman, but also, obviously, she sits in that area that we're investigating. I guess we apparently no longer even give each other the courtesy of speaking in person, so I will send you an email about Friday night. Yes, we can meet. Same time, same place. I want to say no. I want to tell you I will never speak to you again, but I love you, even if I also hate you. I cannot believe you would end things between us. What is that damn What was it that damn Holly who convinced you? I guess I am no longer convenient to have in your perfectly manicured life. I would have thought you would rather be with someone at your career level rather than a bloody martial arts instructor. But what do I know? Okay, so that's Ben writing back to Rebecca being like, you dumped me on a note? How dare you? Benny, darling, I can't reconsider. You know that this has been eating away at me for months. I didn't care about Holly's disapproval, but I do care about lying to my daughter. I'll be 10 minutes late on Friday because I have to pick up my hopefully powerful new sleep drugs. Bex. Hall. Proof that I finally took your advice, but now I need new advice. How do I make him not hate me? He's actually scary. P.S. I do actually care about your disapproval. You are scary too. Lol. Okay, so we know that there's Ben and Rebecca and Holly. Now from this we can see that he specifically references someone at your career level, right? Which means they will be, again, someone who are higher up in the ranks of the company. So he can reference something like that, right? So they're not like the bottom row of the situation, right? Like, so we can basically going by, they have one pet. It's not this person. She's not at junior sales if we're talking about, you know, at your career level. We have obviously the CTO, so that would be someone who's like higher up. But then we also have like the Get Good lead and the technical admin. Like obviously lead is also higher up, so I don't think it yet also narrows it down enough for us to say who they are, who Rebecca is based on that. But we know she's not like junior data scientist or junior sales, because I don't think he would then make a reference to say someone at your career level, right? The end of the road. Bill Cook to Rebecca. Dear Rebecca, please find attached a photo taken by the private investigator I hired to look into your ongoing suspicious behavior. I can see that the important work that kept you so late at the office each Friday was not as technical I had expected from a CTO. Okay, so she is the CTO. I've waited to send this because if I confronted you in person, I know you would have some plausible explanation and I might be tempted to try and believe you. But really, I should have known. You haven't been completely present in our family for months. Please don't bother coming home tonight. I've told Arya you are visiting your parents and won't be back for a while. Once I feel capable of being calm and civil, we can meet to discuss separation and divorce proceedings and tell Arya together. Okay, so this is a picture of Rebecca and the person she was seeing, Ben. Okay, so we know Rebecca Cook is the CTO, and this is her picture, right? Because this is here, Rebecca Cook, the picture. And yeah, Ben is at the same level, so we will know that he has to be somewhere here. Well, actually, Ben is at the same level, so he has to be the CFO, because this is the CEO assistant, Catherine. So I know this is probably super small for you, but so yeah, the CFO and the CEO's assistant, right? So this is Catherine, so she's not the one here. So this is Rebecca Cook. Okay, we've got those three correct. Kitty! Pet the kitty. You're doing well. Here's the new evidence from the police, which should help with your task. These documents were found in the office kitchen and on the desk on the east side of the office. Well, I'm not even finished with the other set of evidence that we had. That was just the one section. Okay, so she has a pet called Smokey. So it's gonna be Smokey Cook. And yes, important documents go in the kitchen. And then Bill Cook with her husband, but that doesn't help. But she was having the affair with Ben. And this is a picture of Ben. So Ben, there's Benjamin, I guess. His name is Benjamin. But I don't think we saw Benjamin's surname, right? Because their emails are just first the oven or the fridge. Oh my god, the amount of stories I randomly see on the internet of like, oh, I put something in the oven and then someone turned it on and burned it. And I'm like, why would you put anything in the oven that shouldn't be in the oven, right? Like plastic things that people left in the oven or whatever else. I'm like, just don't do that. The only things that go in the oven are things that go in the oven. But I guess some people like to live dangerously. But yes, Ben, we only know his first name because all the signing and the emails are first name only. So we haven't had, unless this B. Mansell, right? It could be him here. And especially that it talks about him having high income. So again, high income would be associated with someone high up. So that might be him. Ben Mansell, the chief financial officer that can't get his money sorted together, right? Like he has tons of debt. He's rejected for loans. But I guess he's been spending all that money on his affair. Okay. Well, I think for now we can then move on to the central desk. So this lot here. We have a parrot. Someone's got a parrot. So almost chicken. We're getting chicken adjacent. Ariane put the kettle on, okay. For Peter, love from David. Okay, so we have Peter and David, and someone's got a parrot. Hi, Pippa. Great work landing that Melloway deal. You're learning fast. Nice work. Thanks, Omar. Okay, so Pippa is gonna be someone who works under Omar in sales. Possibly, because like typically I would expect the sales people to be making deals, not the advertising people so much, right? Ignite Leadership Solutions. Dear Mr. Chan, based on new responses to our intake questions, we recommend a 12-week remote learning course leading by example and advanced perspective. We have cohorts beginning on Monday, 18 February, Tuesday, 18 March, and Thursday, 24th of April for this course. The sessions are weekly from the starting date from 7 to 9 p.m. Here are your responses for your record. Please let us know if anything is incorrect. Number of direct reports, 3 people, okay? That helps. A business position, sales, marketing. Leadership experience, 3 to 5 years. Firefly just making a jump for the desk. And he's got master's or postgraduate. We look forward to hearing from yours sincerely, Hilary Anderson. Okay, so Mr. Chan, who was direct report of 3 people. So the sales lead, I guess. You never know. She got hit in the head. Could have been with the coffee mug, you know. Have to consider that could have been the murder weapon. Or you know, someone put some sedatives into it to get her knocked out first, and then dealt with her. So yeah, Mr. Chan, I think, is the sales lead then, because that would make sense for the amount of people. Okay, no further stuff here. Sales, team, staff expenses past 12 months, rates, junior, intermediate, senior, lead, commission. Okay, so that's what they get paid. Okay, oh no, it's chicken maths. It's chicken maths because we're gonna have to work out based on the commission they received. What was the percentages they were operating under to work out the amount of money they were getting. Whoever said, is there gonna be chicken math? That was the curse. Curse upon the stream. Well, I think from this we can tell that Pippa is the junior, right? Because it was also like, oh yeah, nice work, granting the deal, you're learning fast. And John is the lead, right? Because he makes no sales. He just gets a percentage of the team sales on top of his already large salary. So we will have John Chan here for the sales lead, and then Pippa for the junior sales. So then we have intermediate is 10%, so that's gonna be Hugh, and Caroline is the senior at 5%. I think I did the chicken maths. So I assume it's like the higher you go, the higher salary you get, but the less you do go on commission. Okay, so basically Pippa with her commission is making almost as much as Hugh is with his higher salary, but she landed a big sale and she's like the most junior on the job, so good going for her. But yes, it wasn't too bad, right? They didn't put like insane numbers here for us to have to do this math. We made it, we did it. I didn't cry. Zoolingo something Leamington. Well, it starts with an H, product sales, so I think this is Hugh Leamington here. Leamington. There we go. We're not getting too many pictures right now. Hi, Ivan. Could you please print and bind 4 copies of the latest department budget report? Use the fancy paper, please. Thanks, Omar. Yes, I think this is Omar's handwriting and he likes to use green. Who's Ivan? Because Ivan is not on the sales team, so not sure. I assume he might be some assistant just generally that Omar is. I guess there is marketing admin, and therefore that would be someone who would be doing things like, oh, print things, put them in the binder, all that stuff. So Ivan's the dog, very well. Yes. I mean, that's always the option. So yeah, I think Ivan, there's pet pictures. I think Ivan might be the marketing admin. I'm gonna put that here for now, just as an assumption, because it makes sense with the job, right? You're the admin, you do the printing. Pet models wanted. Peter. To everyone, hi all. We are looking for some very specific animal breeds for an advertising campaign. Please get in touch if you have any of the following animals or know someone who does and might be interested in their pet being a model. In return, we will give you the photo files from the photo shoot for their portfolio. The campaign will also give them great exposure. Oh yes, the exposure. Even the pets are like having to work for exposure. The shoot will be on 5th of January. See below for examples of the breeds. Dogs, Cavalier, King Charles Spaniel below right, Cat, Tonkinese below left, and Bengal below middle. They want the fancy pets. They don't want your general, you know, whatever cat or dog. They need to be all nice. Pippa to Peter. Hi, Peter. I have a Tonkinese cat named Sapphire. She's very good-natured and would be easy to work with since she loves people. I would be happy to bring her to a photo shoot for 200 plus all the photo files. Okay, Pippa is like, I'm in sales. My pet doesn't work for exposure. It's $200, yeah? She's not playing the exposure games, but yeah, she's got a Tonkinese cat called Sapphire. Now, we got a picture of this cat, right? But this is the example cat that they're sending, so I assume that's not the picture of Pippa's cat. That would be weird. But I assume there might be the picture later. But this cat, so at the start, because we also got... I know, that's a different cat, because that's a Siamese. Omer and Peter, okay, wait, but that I assume it's because of the marketing things. But yeah, it does, I was like, does that give us anything more about this cat? But no, that's a different cat. Firefly is like, I can do tricks, and she's literally jumping between all of my equipment behind. Like, obviously you can see her, but she was like under the microphone, over the monitor stand, over the camera arm. I'm like, oh, please don't, you know, destroy half my stuff. But no, she's done with her tricks now. Okay, Jones family reunion. Peter to Caroline. Hi, Caroline. So glad you and Will were at the reunion. David and I were so happy to see our favorite nieces. Do you have any good photos from us from the party? I'm still recovering. Joneses really know how to drink. David says it's good for me because I've been working too hard. I think he's probably right, Pete. Yes, she is performing her tricks. Caroline, hi Pete. Hannah and Eve had such fun with their favorite ankles. I didn't think to take any photos, but I got this one from the group chat. Shame you can't see our faces, but at least our husbands look very handsome. Yeah, I might have taken the surname, but it didn't magically stop me from being a lightweight. I can't handle more than a couple of wines, okay. So we have couple pictures of some husbands. So Peter, this is between Peter and Caroline. We know of Caroline in the sales, but yes, it says the Joneses. Okay, so she is Caroline Jones then. Because she says, I may have taken the surname, but it did magically stop me from being a lightweight, but he's saying the Joneses know how to drink. So she is married into the Jones family. Now, I don't know whether this game works the same as Roottrees or not, whether you put someone's maiden name into the tree, or because this is this is not a family tree, right? This is a company org chart, and therefore on company org chart you would put someone's actual current name to identify them. So I'm gonna go with she's currently called Jones. While we can't see her picture here because she's like, oh, there is no faces, we can probably assume that's like it's hair here with the blonde hair maybe. So if we see someone similar, we can be like, oh, that's her picture. But not yet. Talent release form for a pet. Hi, Pippa Wallace. So we know Pippa's called Wallace. And therefore Sapphire is also called Wallace. There we go. More information of 14 Shady Grove Lane. the releaser. Hereby grant permission to use the likeness and performance of my pet Sapphire with breed Tonkinese to Zoolingo Ltd. of 45 Paws Avenue, the recipient for use in any media resources. I understand that compensation of $200 plus all digital photos of pets. See, she got her $200. So, you know, it worked. Will be received in consideration of me and my pet's participation. Pippa, date, phone, pip pip, hooray. Wow, that's a great email. And witness P. Kettle. P. Kettle, and I printed by Ivan. Okay, so Ivan is definitely looking like the assistant, but yeah, P. Kettle here. Ariadne put the kettle on. Like, there is some jokes going on about the names, right? So P. Kettle is Peter Kettle. But we don't know where he goes. I mean, he might be the advertising person, right? If he's doing things for like the advertise, like photo taking and stuff like that. But we'll see. I mean, he's just witnessed it, so might be someone else, but we'll see. I'm keeping it as a potential in my mind. It's not like we have pictures of them. Although this is Peter. This is Peter talking with Caroline. So actually, that might be one of those pictures. Might be Peter. Yeah, our husbands look very handsome. Like both your husbands. Okay. Well, we'll see. New Zealand passport application. Here's someone. PP long stockings. Interesting. Yeah. I haven't heard anyone mention PP long stockings for a long time. That's a blast from... Oh, PP long... Is that called PP long socks? I always thought it was long stockings. I guess it might be regional differences. Okay, so someone's applying for a passport, but we don't know who because they didn't fill it in. We just know it was printed by Ivan, so Ivan could have printed it for himself, could have printed it for someone else. Okay. I feel like I should have maybe gotten a couple more things filled in from here, but I'm not yet sure. Well, I mean, if the... Hi, Firefly. He's now back to mess with everything on the desk. Can just see her tail graze the camera. She's like, where should I lie down to cause the most trouble possible? So yeah, it feels like the 6th desk here. It could be the 6 people from the advertising and sales, and therefore it would potentially make sense that Peter Kettle is this last person in advertising. Right? They would all be together in one area. But I have pictures of basically none of them. And therefore the parrot is his. Right? The parrot is Kettle as well. And I guess maybe the Ariadne might be the parrot's name, because that would make sense. If she here is saying our husbands, so Peter and David are married, right? So Ariadne is the pet. There we go. Okay, well, we need to get pictures for the sales and marketing people anyway, because right now it's not helping, and then it will pop in. We don't have Ivan's surname. I didn't see it anywhere, so it might be also from another area. Well, we do have the kitchen documents. So this is the staff from the kitchen. Oh, and there is pictures. There's lots of pictures here, so we may be able to match people. Oh, guinea pigs. Look at them cuties. Our lovely guinea pigs below have just had 5 babies, available in 3 weeks' time to approved homes. See Kathy for details or email Catherine the Great. Wow, they all like their silly email addresses for sure. Okay, so Kathy, right? She is the person with the 2 pets that are female and male. So I assume the female guinea pig is the one with the pink bow. Also, please don't put any bows on your guinea pigs or anything like that. They eat absolutely everything, and that's not good for them to have bows on them. No. More pet advice. So, that's her guinea pigs. But yeah, we don't know her surname. I don't assume her surname is the Great. And they don't give us the names for the guinea pigs in here as well. Okay, we have Fire Warden Holly. So Holly was the person that was talking to Bex, telling her to stop having affairs. And we have Martin, the first aider. We've heard nothing of Martin so far. Sales team pick. Okay, well that might be more useful. So we have this man, this woman, this guy, and this guy. Well, it comes back to this, right? Yes, putting out office fires. Very, very good observation, right? She takes her job as a fire warden literally and not literally. She's like, I am dealing with the situation. But yes, that comes back to what I was saying here, right? This blonde lady, here in this picture, we see blonde lady, like shoulder-length hair, right? And we know this is Caroline talking about, oh, you can't see our faces. So I think this will be the picture of Caroline, this woman here. So she's here. Okay, so that's 3 people identified. Okay, we can confirm Benjamin, the parrot, and Caroline are done. Yeah, she's also got the white glasses. Good spot. So yeah, then we have those 2. Well, this must be Pippa then, right? Because that's the only other woman that's on this team. And then I assume it's not the marketing people, right? So we're talking about Hugh Lemington from sales and sales lead John Chan. Not to be like that, but I think, yes, this is John Chan and therefore this is the other guy, right? I think we're allowed to take that leap. And yes, he's the lead, so he's wearing a suit. And this is Hugh Lemington. Yes. There we go. We've identified the sales team. The police have finished processing the evidence from the office. I've given you everything we've got. These documents were found on the 2 groups of the desk along the northern wall of the office, northwest and northeast. I'll have some more questions for you once you've got a good handle on who's who. Okay, so that's another batch of evidence. But we haven't even finished with the kitchen, and then we have the east desk, and then we just have the new batch, right? So we're still catching up, but we're making progress. Okay, we've got nice pet of the month, Smokey, for laning to shake hands. Pause. Okay, we had a mention of Smokey before as someone's pet, so we're gonna have to go and find that to see if I know the person. Naughty pet of the month, Alfie, for eating all his goldfish friends. There's been a massacre in the aquarium, I assume, Bad Alfie. Bad Alfie. I mean, they're a startup, right? So yeah, it's gonna be a bit crowded, but I guess that's how startups run, right? You just have one tiny room and inappropriate office culture, I would say. I worked at a startup once and there was very inappropriate office culture. Things that in normal places you would be immediately fired for. But, you know, when you lack the HR resources, people just go wild. Okay, we have Employee of the Month, Peter K. Okay. For working an 80-hour week. Nah. Don't do that. I mean, he does look like someone who had to just work 80-hour week. Like, the hair is a bit disheveled and the eyes are like, please, kill me now. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Do we have... Yes, there we go. Peter Kettle. So that's him. Listen, Peter. You have a parrot at home. They get quite attached, yeah? Don't, like, leave it just there while you work 80-hour weeks. It's not good for you or your parrot. Okay, so we've got his picture. What was the smoky cat? Where did I see the mention of it? This is the breeds. This, was it somewhere here? Oh, Smokey is the Beck's cat. So she's here with Smokey. There we go. Got a picture for him. And what else is here? Evacuation plan. Okay, so I assume this is where the fire extinguishers are. Exit, go outside, pause avenue, pet shop parking, common grounds cafe, Amberlin boutique, ambience wellness, bike park. If you see fire, dial 111. If alarm sounds, leave building quickly and call me. Do not run, do not carry possessions. Assembly point across the road in pet shop car park. Yeah, assembly port, fire extinguisher. Okay. Are we supposed to figure something out from it? Like, the fire warden is near the fire extinguisher? I don't think so. Well, we'll see if we need it for something. Zoolingo monthly spotlight. Orally, favorite edible dogs, favorite color mustard. You don't say. Favorite hobby, dog agility, standard coffee order, long black, childhood dream, becoming a vet, and yet you work for startups. Proudest achievement, winning the National Dog Agility Championship at the end of last year, getting my PhD, and having my daughter. Okay. Got some good achievements there. Okay. Not sure what your job is though. We'll figure it out. But I guess she must have a dog if she's doing dog agility, right? Like typically you would do it with a dog you own. When you leave your dirty dishes in the sink, the kitten is so disappointed in you. Yes. And apparently this cat, we also get a picture of it. Might be someone's cat, might not be, but yes. Don't leave your dirty dishes in the sink. Yes, clean up after yourselves. Compile, hair, assemble, empower, run! Run as fast as you can. Murder weapons, the fire extinguisher? Maybe that's like, oh yeah, we have to figure out that that's what they use. Kitten has to get the paws wet, yes. The latest high profile stop in Smythe illustration software, a senior developer position at pet translation startup Zoolingo. Okay, so this is a senior developer. Smythe will share juicy details of philosophers she credits as the keys to her success. Lean out and let me. Don't miss out, secure your spot. Okay, so the senior developer, that's her picture, and she's called Smythe. We've got the senior developer here, and that's her. We don't know her first name yet. See, that's a helpful piece of evidence, right? Someone's name, someone's picture. We're getting something. Okay, so that's everything from the kitchen for now. We don't know what Holly's job is to bring it back to hair marker somewhere. Okay, east desk by the bathrooms. Welcome home, Mark Zokos. Okay, we get her picture, his picture, kids' pictures. I assume we're not gonna use the kids' pictures, but they let us take them just so we have red herrings in our collection. But I guess someone's name is Marzocco in here. Band-Aid First Aid Training Solutions. Dear Mr. Perrault, congratulations on completing our Advanced Workplace First Aid Certification Program. Okay, so Mr. Perrault is gonna be the first aider from that picture we had on the previous section of evidence. Please note that our invoice has not been paid. Your completion certificates will be forwarded upon full receipt of outstanding payment. Amount date $375 plus GST. I assume some sort of tax in New Zealand. If you would like to upskill a second member of your organization, which is highly recommended, blah, 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 are happy to provide a 15% discount, I assume. Henry Evans? I see you. Opera Din references. Hey Michael, is this something you can sort? I thought it was paid when I booked. Oops. Thanks, Keepsman M. So Michael is gonna be someone to do with money, which I assume is gonna be one of the like finance admins or something like that, right? Like finance admin again would be someone who, similar to the marketing admin doing all the printing, finance admin would be someone who like pays for various things and arranges that. Goods and services, that makes sense. And yes, we'll know that this is Martin Perrault, but I don't know what his job is right now. Here we have an animal chart. Cheap knife. Oh, it's a secret message. So woof. Where is this? Woof, oink, woof. Oh, wow. It's wow. S-A... Wow, Sam. R... Reese? Y... U... are so hot. Wow, Sam, you are so hot. What is this word? Yeah, Reese. That's what it says. Sam Reese, you are so hot. Reese will be surname, maybe, yeah, that would make sense. I'm like, that's not a word. Am I misreading this? Okay, so who said this? Oh wait, Holly. Holly? I thought, Holly, you were here to be, you know, holier than thou. Don't do office romance. And yet here you are sending spicy animal notes to your co-workers. Holly, 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 you have to practice what you preach. Although I guess maybe at least neither of you is married, yeah? Yes, that's her skills. Chonda, Blue Crown. I see what we're doing. Drafting the blueprints for love. Yeah, I see what we're doing here. I see your blueprints references. Yes, it's a very complicated way to make a secret alphabet, but also because you include the key with it, everyone can read it. It's not so secret. But yes, Toad's blueprints. Good luck, Holly. Michael, 26. Zoolingo pet translation, 510. School of Life lol, absolutely not. Lives in Otahuhu. Straight man, he, him. Okay. Lol. Capricorn, social smoker, you should quit. Okay, so this is notes from Holly then. Good luck, Holly. And that's her like, you should quit because she tells people what to do. Eats anything really. I love a cheeky cocktail. You know this will let them Google you. How's your online presence? About me, I'm looking for a special lady to unlock the chambers of my heart. If you like staying fit and gaming and having big dreams, then you're my kind of girl. LOL, woman. I work at a tech startup, go to the gym and play video games. I'm also working on making my dream game, an open world multiplayer RPG with complex branching narrative. Any gamer will immediately know you're insane, yes. Isn't that everyone's first game? Open world multiplayer RPG with complex branching narrative? Easy. There's just a button for this in every engine. But yes, I guess Chambers, yes. It's Michael Chambers. That's their name, because would make sense. One day I want to hire others to help. That's my plan to make my fortune. Lol. Yeah, stop lolling at the end of every sentence. Say hi if you like what you see and would like to be wined and dined by a true gentleman. Sounds like you're 56, not 26. I mean, there might be gays everywhere. You never know. They're all around you. But I think they are, right? Like, I think they are, like, at least from this, right? Peter is married to David. And they always talk about husbands when talking about David and Peter. So, yes, they're definitely gays in the game. So, yes, there is some sort of... I'm not gonna say relationship in that, in like, you know, romantic way, but Michael and Holly have some sort of link between them where he would ask her for advice about his dating profile, right? Whether that helps us with anything right now, I'm not sure, because obviously I would think it would be inappropriate for example, if Michael was superior to Holly, to be like, hey, you wanna check my dating profile? That would be pretty like, excuse me. But then again, we've established that they're not the most appropriate people in this office, so we'll see how it goes. And Michael printed this himself. Well, at least we know his face and his full name if we figure out what his job is. I mean, we know that he programs, I guess, right? Because if he's like into video games and developing games, then he might be somewhere around this team, right? Developers and stuff like that. I mean, obviously other people could be doing a different job and then doing like game development on the side, but that's what I'm gonna take from this for now. Happy Easter, Sam and Alfie. Looking forward to a long weekend away with US. Hester is sad. She can't come too. Just look at that cute face. Lots of love. Age plus age. Okay, so Holly has a bunny called Hester. And that's the Sam she's been writing secret messages to. And then Alfie the rabbit. Well, I mean, I think you can still be good at programming in the sense of like, you know your programming job, but you still have no sense of, you know, scale and effort. And especially if you're a developer for like, you know, apps and stuff like that, maybe you just, you know, not really realizing that video games complicated maybe, so we'll see. But yes, they've got a bunny, rabbit, something like that. But yes, there was a picture at the start here, right, of a woman sitting next to some guy. And she's got that picture of that rabbit. I can't zoom it in anymore for you, but this picture here seems to match that picture that was just on the card. So she's here looking at something that looks like charts and also some chatting applications. So she might be doing some sort of data analysis, or maybe the product owner, like production charts, something like that. And then we have this guy here that's, I don't know, like this looks like dark mode, some sort of programming application, but obviously it's just a bunch of squiggles, so I'm not sure how deep should I read into it. Also, there's a big plant next to them. Yes, they're facing the wall and they're next to a big plant, so yeah, I'm wondering if, you know, if we go back to one of the maps, right? Like we have those desks here and here that are two desks next to each other, and I assume the hairy ball is a plant, but so is this stuff here, this and this, and this plant. So actually all of this stuff we're having here is from this area, and like we're having stuff from Michael and Holly here, so that might be where they're sitting together. We'll see. We have Michael's chat. Charlotte won't go on a date with me and Mel is ignoring me. Wait, aren't you dating Felicia? She dumped me because her stupid horse didn't like me. Felicia is the best. So since you failed to win over Char and Mel too, you've officially run out of women in Tame database. Are you moving on to Team Get Good now? Minnie is kind of scary. She's too smart for me, and she's a senior, which maybe makes her out of my league. Wild idea, Chambers, but have you considered finding a girlfriend you don't work with? Exactly. What is this? Why is your dating hand basically going through like, okay, this woman at my work didn't like me, and that woman at my work didn't like me, and this other, like, go outside, dude. What kind of drama are you trying to create? And imagine all of them are just talking between each other, being like, wow, that guy, creep. He's just hitting on every single woman in the office in order. Seriously, calm down, my dude. This is not good for your work. Charlotte says, hey, not interested, thanks. Raymond, finish those meeting minutes. Sam says, that's super dodgy. Wow, let me something. And I assume the fact that they got like pictures of animals as their profile pictures, that might be something. Sam is the one that Holly says was hot, right? They're just trying to live in a K-drama. And he might be the owner of the Terrapin then because of that picture. Christine, all invoices from Chartop or something. Melissa, Miss Lee, are you the one for me? Okay, so he's basically on his work chat thing, whatever they're using. And he's like, Miss Lee, are you the one for me? This is not very professional communication for your office. Okay, so we know that we have Charlotte and Mel and Felicia on the team database. Okay, so it's basically they call themselves database because it's like women working on databases or something like that. And Minnie's kind of scary. She's too smart and she's a senior. So the senior developer on the Get Good team is Minnie Smythe. There we go. We made advancements. Smokey Cook, the pet. Peter Kettle, the advertising person that works 80 hours a week. And Minnie Smythe, the senior developer. Okay. So from that, I think we know that Michael is therefore, like, I think Michael is basically gonna be working on the Get Good team as a developer, maybe. Like, nothing super confirms that, but that feels like that might be that, but we'll see if there's more about it. And then we have Felicia, Mel, and Char on the database, but we don't know where exactly they're gonna be. Well, spicy work chat. Christine to Office All. Hi team, 2 exciting announcements this week. Congratulations to Raymond and his wife Miranda, who are expecting baby number 4 in March. I wonder if they will be hoping for a boy this time after 3 beautiful daughters. They have also just bought their first home for a growing family. Okay, so that's related to that picture we saw here with the 3 girls, the Marzocos. So that means it's Raymond Marzocco. Yeah, 4 kids. Wow. Congratulations to our lovely Samantha, who has completed her Master of Professional Accounting. She has earned her well-deserved promotion from Accounts Assistant to Accountant. This is fantastic timing for the team, as Samantha will be taking over all accounting responsibilities from next month, while Raymond is on parental leave. Kat and Kathy found a photo of Sam's graduation. Here we go. Okay, so Samantha has just been made accountant, and then Raymond is on the accounting team and going on paternity leave. So that tells us something about the accounting team, right? Okay, so here we have senior accountant, yes. So that's Raymond here with his kids. And it was Marzocco. And here we have Samantha. And also, typing Sam only brings us Samantha, which means when Holly said, Sam Reed, you're so hot, this is the Sam. Yeah, so this is Sam Reed. Or Reese. So that's the 2 of them. Okay, we don't have anything unconfirmed, so nothing's gonna be popping in right now. Okay, so that's the accounting team. And she's got a pet. I'm not sure if we've seen stuff about her pet. Oh, Sam's got the Terrapin, based on this picture alone. So actually, that brings us back to the naughty pet of the month, Alfie. So Alfie, Reese. Yes, there we go. So that's accounting plus the Terrapin identified. Naughty Alfie eating all the goldfish. There we go. So that's this set for now. I know there's more with Michael happening here, but I'm not yet quite sure where this all goes. This is the northeast desk, so you can have a little group of 5 people here. We have charts. Dear Holly, here is very important graph I promised you. Happy solving, kindest regards, Sam. If they're flirting, this might be some sort of secret message. It looks a bit rainbowy here. Is this Sam replying to Holly being yes, I'm totally yes, I'm totally into the rainbow situation, so I like you back. Aren't turtles herbivores? I mean, I'm not sure about terrapins. So I've never had any sort of turtles, tortoises, or anything like that as a pet, so I'm not sure how it is about them. Like, it might be like the chicken situation where they will just eat anything that comes their way. Like, I've had chickens in my life, and I've had guinea pigs and cats and dogs and budgies, so those are the type of birds. So, you know, I don't know anything about those things, but yes, we're getting confirmation that they will just eat whatever, so there we go. We've got Capaldos says, there was no surprise in the community about the results. Dr. Care is such a consistent performer with a dog, and she's an exceptional trainer. She's a real asset to the sport. Everyone loves her. Okay, so this is back to the woman who does the training with the dog's agility. Agatha was second runner-up 2 years ago after a controversial judging penalty was applied to the A-frame obstacle. Care was philosophical at the time, but she says it makes December's championship even sweeter. Agility champion Agatha with cousin and fellow competitor Ngayo at the beach. I have a feeling that's not how you pronounce it, but I don't have a better idea. Well, this dog down here got a letter N on the collar, so I assume that's this dog, and therefore Agatha is this dog. So she goes with the woman in the mastered outfit. Care's brother, Team Callie, is also an agility champ with his younger spinal Gaio, who is quickly moving up the ranks and is making a name for herself as queen of the weave balls. She's an absolute star in the making, says Care. We love that Agatha and Gaio are such best buddies. We joke that there are cousins. Tim and I do a lot of training with them together. Agatha's next outing will be at the Awanui Agricultural Show in February, where she and Care will be demonstrating a new extra tough Iron Dog agility course. This innovative again is okay. So we know it's Dr. Care, the woman. If I can find her stuff again. Here. So Coralie Care. She has a dog called Agatha. How many people we have left with pets? I mean, quite a few. And, you know, who would be a doctor? We never got a picture of Sapphire, and I'm like, was it because I didn't use that example pet? I'm not sure. But yes, we're not yet down to just the pet will tell us who this is. But for later, we have the required information. I found a cool new cipher. It's called Polybius Square. This version uses a keyword at the top of a 5x5 grid. Then you fill in the remaining letters. Here's an example using codes as the key word. J and K can share a space since there are 26 letters. To use it, you write the coordinates of each letter across them down. So with codes as the keyword, the code for Holly would be 52, 21, 33, 33, 45. Okay, sure. Oh, the bar graph. Yes. Good thinking, good thinking. So it wasn't just about the fact that it was rainbow. It's something further. Then you can encode the numbers however you like with nods or knocks or semaphore or flashes of lights or anything you can think of really cool. P.S. I'll send you as the secret keyword. Okay. So yes, is this bar that she sent, right? So those are the numbers. But it's not using this grid, right? Because it's saying this is just the example. And then we need to see where she sent that word so that we can figure out what the chart is. I guess it's like you still arrange the remaining letters in alphabetical order. It's just that you take out the letters in the keyword so that for every keyword you will have a different chart. So yeah, we have to find out what the word is. It will be in some sort of chat log or something like that, because I assume she didn't send it alongside the graph, right? That's a separate piece of information. Team coffees, Paul oat flat white, Minnie small cappuccino with cinnamon, Martin hot choc with marshmallows. Yeah, Martin is my kind of guy. Hot chocolate with marshmallows is the good drinking. Me long black. Okay, so me long black once again brings us back to hair, right? Corley long black coffee. So this is the team the Minnie's on. Yes, she was putting more effort into it than Holly was. So yeah, the team that Minnie's on is the Get Good team, and therefore if we're saying this woman in mustard has a dog, this is the only spot she can go into because this is the only spot with a pet. And so this is Agatha the dog. Her name is Dr. Care, so Coralie Care. And therefore Agatha is also Care. Yeah. And then we have those two people, the developer and the product owner. So Martin and Paul are the two other people. So Michael is not on this team. Michael is not in the Get Good team, which further explains his lack of understanding of why he wouldn't know that, you can't just make giant MMO game. So I think, yeah, someone who said they were right that he's not a developer in his day job because he just doesn't understand. You were correct. I think Gurion that said it, if I remember correctly. Yes, but we have to decide between Paul and Martin on that. We know things about Martin, right? Because Martin is once again the first aider that sits next to Holly. But then Holly is not on the same team. Interesting. Holly is not on the same team as those people here, so why is she sitting next to Martin? Are they just sitting randomly around? I'm not sure. We've got Paul. So Paul is on the dev team, so he's either the developer or the product owner on this team. So he's talking to Charlotte. You're so lucky to be in Corley's team. I swear Ryan doesn't even know what a product owner is. He never listens to me. Okay, so therefore we know that Paul is the product owner on that team and Charlotte is the product owner on the other team. So this is the two product owners talking to each other. Even my yoga and mindfulness class, he ignores me, lol. Why pay to come and then ignore me? Okay, so she's also the one that we had like a yoga poster for in the initial clues. Yeah, Coralie is awesome. I heard Ryan's leaving though. Hall saw his CV on the printer, so I bet it's true. Would you apply for team lead? You would be really good, I think. Product owners represent. OMG. Product owners represent. OMG, that would be my dream, lol. Yeah, I definitely apply if the position was open. I couldn't be any worse than R anyway. Thanks for the vote of confidence, lol. Yikes, Michael just asked me out on a date. No, thank you. Yes, Michael's doing the rounds. He's doing the rounds. Okay, so yes, Paul is the product owner. And here, Charlotte is the product owner on the database. If I could spell, there we go. And she says Ryan doesn't even know what a product owner is. So Ryan is the database lead. Says Ryan, but we only got Raymond. And Raymond, we already know who Raymond is. Is that a surname? Would be weird, but okay. No, it's not a surname. Oh, right. Am I not spelling? Yeah, I'm not spelling correctly. There, thank you. Use the keyboard or spell correctly. There we go. Solved. Okay. So we've got that, and then the yoga thing. So that was, I think, in the very first lot. Yes, meet Charlotte, 12 p.m. Thursday's at kitchen. Okay, so it wasn't in my kitchen, it's in their kitchen. So that's her picture. I didn't even take it. So that's Charlotte's picture. So she's here being the product owner and doing yoga. She's talking to Ryan. Yo, Verdi, do you know the password for the something? Okay, Ryan doesn't even know password. He's got a snake for his picture, and I assume Verdi is therefore Charlotte's surname. Yep, there we go. I mean, yep, as in it exists, not yep, that's definitely correct. I think we have 2 filled in now. No, we have 3 filled in now. We have the dog, we have Coralie, and we have Charlotte filled in, and they're not ticked off, which means... oh no, sorry, I know what's wrong. It's not Charlotte Verdi, it's Paul Verdi. This is Paul's messaging system. It's Paul Verdi. There we go. I've realized what I got wrong. Felicia, can I ride Plum? Oh, because Felicia has the horse, okay. So this, we will know that Felicia has a horse named Plum. Coralie, oat flat white, please. Okay, that's the whole coffee situation. Okay, so this isn't just that team then. If she's taking coffee for Paul, notes of coffee for Paul, but Paul works on... I don't know, it is. I'm, again, getting confused. No, that's fine. He is in this team. Get good, Minnie, Martin, your codes always something something. No, Errol. What about that? So Kathy... Okay, Kathy is the woman with the guinea pigs. And he says, no, Errol, what about that? What did Errol do? But I assume he's the male guinea pig. He did something bad. And he's the dad. So we have to figure out what that was, maybe. Maybe he did the fraud. access card, Rebecca to Holly. No, yeah. Hall. I couldn't find my access card this evening, but I thought it must have been somewhere in my bag. I noticed after I left the bar on the way to the hotel. Yes, don't judge me. More on that below. You will be proud of me. So I didn't have time to check properly, but I've just looked everywhere. I can't find it. I know it wasn't on my desk because I cleared it like usual. My meds are missing too. Guess I won't be sleeping tonight. Could Errol's bad thing was being the dad in the first place? I'm not sure because, you know, I mean, if that's the bad thing, then she's not a very responsible guinea pig owner, right? Because she has a female and male pig, and therefore, like, you have to keep guinea pigs together because they're social animals. And if you're gonna do that, and you have male and female pig, you absolutely need to get them fixed. Because they, you know, that thing about rabbits, guinea pigs are as bad as that. So, you know, if that happened to you because you were keeping your two male and female guinea pigs together, that's on you. You should have known this was going to happen. This is why generally they say get the ones of the same sex, you know, if you want to avoid situations. However, sometimes it happens that whoever you're getting them from doesn't know which one's which, and then they give you two, say, oh, those are two boys or two girls, and then it turns out that wasn't true at all. But yeah, like, you know, figure it out. You can't, you have to be responsible about it. Anyway, can you cancel the access for the card ASAP in case it's truly lost? I also need a new card. Would appreciate you not involving Kathy. She already thinks I'm disorganized and bet her opinion will be important for getting on side with the board. Although she probably just hates me because she knows I'm angling to replace her precious leader. Thanks, Anne. Ooh, so Rebecca not only doing office drama, she's also angling to take over as CEO, you know, oust the CEO. Very suspicious. Also, someone, guess who, was complaining to me last week that you always sit with Coralie's team, so I need you to be diplomatic and sit with the database for a bit. Ask some strong-looking man to move your desk. I know it's a pain, but technically, since you work with both teams, I think it's reasonable for you to shift around occasionally. Okay, so Holly has some sort of job that involves both the teams. They pig around. Very good, very good. But also, if you see Bill at Taekwondo and he says anything about me working late this evening, just go along with it. Don't tell him I left early, or anyone for that matter. Sorry to ask you to cover for me again, girly pop. I know you're super duper disapproved, but I swear it's the last time. I will forward you the email to prove it. Ben is so angry with me. I hope we can be friends in the future. I feel so bad for him living alone in that huge place with only his cows for company. Okay, so Ben has cows. You're a star, Bex. Okay, so this is more Bex drama. But yes, Holly has some sort of support job, technically, and that's why she would be sitting next to one of the other people. What was his name? From the Martin. Okay, we have Paul volunteering at the Green Meadows Animal Shelter. And we know Paul. Why do you not have your surname on this thing? Anyway, that's you here. Okay, there we go. That's 3 people fully identified. So we have Agatha Care, the pet dog, Caroline Care, the Get Good lead, and Paul Verdi, the product owner. Cows, real cows, huh? I mean, if he has big enough property, then I guess you can have cows, right? Just a big field out the back with your cows. That's why he's so much in debt. He's spending all the money on his cows. Okay. So what do we have? We still have the northwest desks. So that's this pod here. Okay, we have Ryan Bridges. Okay, so yes, that's the data team lead at Zoolingo. Yeah, still waiting on... Well, I think the closest we're getting to chickens is the parrot, though. Servant leadership, empathy-driven decision-making, very high emotional intelligence. I'm not sure he has a very high emotional intelligence if he literally has a person under him being that he doesn't understand what my job is and he doesn't treat me seriously. That's not you being a very good leader, my dear sir. Rockstar data developer. Nah. 10 times Code Ninja. Absolutely not. 10 times Code Ninja just means you make 10 times more mess than anyone else. Great attention to detail. Building SaaS. I know that's not what it stands for, but yes, building SaaS. Products from zero to hero. Yeah, data lead, leading a dynamic data team to optimize value for stakeholders. Laser focus on customer, best practice, technical leadership. Okay, he can't spell either. But, you know, I can't judge you because I can't spell your name. Senior software developer, Barracuda, full stack, JavaScript, Node and React, data science and visualization. Mentor junior team members, founder, chart topper, analytics Ltd, successful software as service product. Needs some synergizing. Education, computer science, debating club, president of CompSci, social society, hobbies and interests, taxidermy collector, Ryan. G37 fitness, crypto trading. Okay, I know exactly who you are, Ryan. Please do not be near me. References: Rebecca Cook, current manager, Tony Beauchamp, previous manager. Okay, he's the databases lead, database lead. With that face. I mean, clearly it's the sort of thing that you say to make it sound like you care about people, but really it's not. You know? It's just like you make it sound good for the people. Okay, here's the horse. Right? For the person that has a horse. Learning to bark, a multimodal approach to pet vocalization translation using deep neural networks. Chan J, Morton E, Sullivan K, Smith Head F, data scientist, Zoolingo Limited, Auckland News. Okay, so those two people, Chan J and Smith Head F, are data scientists at Zoolingo. And then we have people from School of Biological Mathematics from the university. Okay, so those two people don't work here, but those two do. Citation. Abstract. Understanding non-human vocalization remains one of the most challenging frontiers in applied machine learning. In the study, we present Zoolingo, a novel multimodal deep learning framework designed to translate domestic pet vocalization into interpretable human language approximation. Our approach combines raw audio embeddings, environmental context, via IoT sensor data, that's Internet of Things, or something, and label behavioral cues to train a series of transformer-based model. By leveraging transfer learning from large-scale human speech corpora and fine-tuning on proprietary data set of over 50,000 annotated feline and canine audio samples, Zoolingo demonstrates significant improvements in both intent classification and emotional state inference. Our results suggest that multimodal context is critical in disambiguating acoustically similar signals, and that companion animals exhibit consistent, learnable vocal patterns tied to specific needs or affective states. We discussed the implications for real-time pet communication systems and now the key ethical consideration in anthropomorphizing non-human communication. Bring your pet to work. They just like all the pets are telling on everyone. They just do that, you know. So what they have been doing at home, huh? Tell us. This is where, you know, all their pets throw them in for spilling all the secrets. Yeah, and then some keywords. Okay, they were writing a paper. I assume this is mostly so we learn about the data scientists that work here. Zoolingo output version, whatever. Desire to open, spacious cold location barrier, smell, something. Okay, so this is the repeated concept. Oscillating between concepts, okay. Aggie, Felis Catus, 5 years domestic, long hair, A&T Smot. Monday, 16 December, time of session. Okay, so this is someone's cat being tested, or they testing the app on the cat. Not sure if it does it work? Like, that's the interesting question. Does this work, or is this whole app a scam and therefore they need to run away with the money before people figure it out? Australasian Data Engineering Summit, Malfoy Hotel, Melbourne in March. Primary themes for the summit: data mesh, lattice, trellis, filigree, contemporary perspectives, ontology for the philosophically averse, ETL, ELT, TLE, TEL, LTE, or LET. Best and worst practice for data pipelines. Data careers in AI first world. Call for submissions closes January 19th. Contact Bill. Or I'll see our website. Mel, have you seen this, sweets? I know the organizer, so can definitely get you a speaking spot if you want Bex. Okay, so this is further just confirming that this is Bex's handwriting, and she calls people sweets, just general. And then Mel is someone who would be in like a data engineering, stuff like that. We do have data engineers, single data engineer, right? Because we have 2 data scientists, which I assume are the people named on this paper as data scientists. But then this is for data engineering. So Mel is, we have Melissa, a data engineer. So we can put that down. Exec retreat Q1. Hi leaders, this quarterly leadership retreat is nearly upon us. This time we are fortunate to be meeting in Ben's custom conference / barn convention out in Bannock. Directions are map are to the right. Okay, so he has a conference center / barn convention where he keeps all his cows as well. Day 1 is for the 4 execs only, plus me to make the tea and take the minutes. We will be covering budgets, Q2 marketing push, planning for the next investment round, and taking business strategy. We'll see Coralie and Ryan join the exec for a deep dive into product marketing fit, technical constraints and opportunities, and staffing for their teams for the next financial year. See you on Thursday at 7:45 a.m. Kathy. Yes, so that's Kathy again, being the assistant to the CEO. We still don't know her full details, I think. So this is the address. The driver is on the left just before the Taylor's Road. Turn off to the right. You will see a bright blue barn with cows in the paddock in front and white sign with Manzel. Please park on the gravel in front of the barn. We know about Ben, like we know his name and everything. So that's just a duplicated information for the same stuff we already solved. Dear Zoolingo, please, can you add fish to your app? I have a fish called Goldie. They are very smart and I want to talk to them. I included a photo of my Goldie from Rochelle Riley. Okay, they want to talk to their fish. But I'm not sure they are relevant. Like, are they a child of someone here? Maybe, though I don't remember anyone called Riley quite yet. So maybe not. chart open analytics, Christy. To Ryan. Hi, Ryan. Can you confirm whether or not the Ryan Bridges in this company record is you? I note that Charttopper has been invoicing Zoolingo for its product for at least several months. If this is your business, have you completed the conflict of interest statement and related procedures? Regards, Christine. Okay, so Ryan, whatever he was then, 10x developer, Code Ninja, Rockstar data developer, made a company for Charttopper Analytics, and then in his role as the leader of the Data Bees team, he's basically invoicing his employer from his company, right? So naughty boy Ryan. So yeah, that's why he's getting his CV ready, because he knows he's about to get gross misconduct in the office. He is in trouble. And this is Chained Kristen Pelham, CEO Zoolingo. So blessed to wake up in a house full of love and support from my family, mom boss. The beating heart of the Zoolingo's data science center of excellence, team Database, Ryan, Melissa, Jacob, Felicia, and Charlotte work tirelessly to turn raw inputs into actionable insights about pet communication. Okay, so we have their handles: Data, Millie, Agile Giles, Jacobian metrics by Felicia, and 10x Ryan. I mean, yes, gross misconduct to start with, but they're definitely gonna sue him for the money back as well, right? Toad's gonna be a problem. So again, that, we're having like, oh, who's everyone? But obviously we're also looking for who killed the CEO. And obviously if Ryan is about to be done for fraud and sued, then he may also be interested in getting rid of her or something. Although, there are other people in this company, right? Like, surely people would know that you've done it. There's gonna be a record. Not a very, like, if someone's like, sends you an email that says, you're in trouble for your crimes, don't murder them after. People's gonna find this and know it was you. But yes, we know this is Ryan's back of his head. So then we have Melissa, Jacob, and Felicia. So this is gonna be Jacob here, and Melissa, Felicia, and Charlotte, yes. So then we had this paper that, yes, so Smith Head is gonna be Felicia then, and Chan J is gonna be Jacob, and then Melissa and Charlotte. We know that Melissa was the data engineer. Does it tell us about their surnames or anything like that? Not really. But this is all the evidence, right? We're not getting any more. I think she said that was everything, which means we now have to go back through and figure out how this all connects and all that stuff. Because yeah, we have their handles, but obviously they don't really include their surnames, right? They're just plays on their names. Agile Giles, however, that might be a surname of someone, because we have. So this is Melissa, I assume. This is Jacob, Felicia, Ryan. So it might be Charlotte is Giles or something like that, if we even get her on the thing. This paper and this, goes back to... I've not really written any papers for scientific things or anything like that. The way you would list people in order, Yeah, agile is term as well a term for things. So like I would assume the agile is like the play on their job where they do like work in data and software and whatever, and then Giles would be like their name maybe. That's where I'm kind of going with it, right? But yes, the way the names are listed here, right? It would be potentially in order of like your seniority, contribution, stuff like that. I don't know, someone who's better into the academic world can correct me, right? And therefore I would think like Chan, Jay, so Jacob would be more senior to Felicia Smith head. So that would make Felicia Smith head the junior data scientist, and Jacob Chan the data scientist. Also, we know Felicia is the one with the horse, right? Because that's something else we've learned from some of the chats about this. Felicia dumped me because her horse didn't like me, right? So that would fit with the fact that there is a pet slot here. So the horse is also Smith head. Was there a name for... I mean, there must be a name for the horse somewhere. And there was. Someone said something about riding a horse. Oh, here, the corduroy is Alfie for the other thing. We're gonna get to the chart in a bit. But yes, I'm trying to find a name for the horse. Can I ride Plum? Yes. So, Plum... Yes, it's like... If you were to pick one person here who has a horse, it somehow would be the person with the double barrel surname. Okay, so we have Plum. Then from... Yeah, I think from that picture, based on who's available there, I think this is Jacob, right? Because this is Ryan's back of the head, and therefore this is Jacob here. There we go. So yeah, we've got Ryan, we've got Plum, and we've got Jacob Chan, data scientist. There we go. So then we have to get the 3 other women on the data team. So Giles is a surname we have available to us. So I think the whole Agile Giles is the name for Charlotte in this case then, because she's the one that doesn't use her first name in her handle. So I think that's gonna be it. She is Charlotte Giles, the product owner. Yes, and now I'm thinking that this technical admin, this is Holly, right? Because that makes sense for this whole, oh, you technically work with both the teams, right? So you're just sitting with one of them, but you should sit with both of them, sort of stuff, right? So I think Holly is actually here, and that makes sense for her to be the technical admin. And we do have a picture of her pet, because she's got the bunny rabbit. And we do have a picture of her as well, because that's her. She's the fire marshal. I'm not sure I know her surname. And there was something about what this rabbit is called. And yes, we're gonna do the secret message. Sam and Alfie. Yes, Hester is the name of the rabbit. Okay, I know we've been waiting, so let's do the secret code with this. So here, somewhere, yes, here we have Sam sending stuff to Holly. Also, I don't think I've read this chat. I think I've read this, and then I read the volunteer card for Paul, but I think I skipped this whole chat, so actually let's read it. So she's talking to Kathy After you said Hugh dresses like Steve Jobs, I can't unsee it. The glasses are bad enough, but the black turtlenecks? I saw Beryl had her pups. How many are there? Okay, so Beryl is the name of the other guinea pig. So it's Beryl and Errol. There we go. Yes, they're adorable. She had 5 babies, 3 ginger and white like her, 1 brown and white like that, and 1 full ginger like me. Okay, so we know Kathy is a ginger. We know who Steve Jobs look like, but they said we have to look at the pictures, yeah. OMG, so sweet. Must be so fun to see what colors they turn out. They basically look like mini adults when they are born. Very different to rabbits. So cute and furry. Would you like 2 or 3 when they are weaned? Hester would probs love them. Yes, guinea pigs. That's the super weird thing. Baby guinea pig just is a miniature guinea pig. Like, it's already fully furry and they just ran around immediately. Whereas if you're like used to rabbits that are just born those kind of hairless little beans, that's like, wow, very different thing. But I guess depends what you're used to more. Okay, so we've learned about the guinea pigs more, and we learned that Kathy is a ginger. So do we have like a ginger woman picture? Oh, here. So here we have a woman with red hair. And this picture is from the West Desk. There was, yes, Mr. and Mrs. Fig. And therefore... Oh, you can call various animals, kids, pups. Like, yes, puppies are dogs, typically, but you can say pups for other things. But yes, I mean, the fact that this is Kathy and they're discussing the babies of the guinea pigs, right? And like the difference between guinea pigs and rabbits, because we know Kathy doesn't have dogs, she has guinea pigs. I assume it's the guinea pigs. Anyway, I think Kathy's name is Figs. Or Fig. There we go. And therefore the guinea pig's names are Fig. There we go. We'll need to add the second guinea pig as well. Nice work, very impressive. I received a final set of documents for referral. Okay, there's more. So that wasn't all the information. I was beginning to be like, I don't think that gave me everything. They are from the police investigation and include statements, logs, and autopsy report. We've also got some security camera snapshots from the weird business across the alleyway. But it's really impossible to see anything on them. This will be last evidence we got, so make sure to look carefully at all the details. When you filled in as many portraits as you want, and you're ready to submit your deductions about what happened that day, click on Submit Findings at the top of the screen. Okay, so this is our final stand before we have to submit everything. Okay, so was there anything else? Because before we get to the more things, there are still things I haven't resolved from the info we have. Melissa, toasties for our lunch today. Melissa has an otter picture, or is this a ferret? Rebecca, espresso as usual, thanks sweets. Admin chat, world idea chambers, but something. Ivan, is Pavel Johnstone your bro? Okay, so she's typing to Ivan saying, is Pavel Johnston your bro? So therefore Ivan Johnston, Ivan's surname is Johnston, and the code is Alfie. Okay, well, I will do the cipher in a sec, but yes, so Ivan Johnstone, that's him, the marketing admin, like, it's been a while. So, yes, it's Alfie, and then we do that grid, which is 5 by 5. Sorry, you're not gonna be able to see it. I'm you know, going in my notebook again. So basically what you need to do with it, right, is do alphabetical order left to right in here, but just skip the letters that were in the code word. So like A is already in the code word, so we start with B. And apparently J and K share for some reason, just to make it weird. Okay, so then we have numbers on the chart. Because it's the longest message. Which way was it? Across then down. Okay, so it's 4, 1, then 2, 1, then 4, 3, 1, 5, 5, 1 is E. I guess so far I got I love. I've not been saying the letters. 5, 2 is H. 4, 3, O. 2, 1, L. 2, 1, L. 4, 5, Holly. I love Holly. Oh, is it gonna be her surname? 1, 3, so it's J or K. 5, 2, H. 1, 1, I. 3, 3. Okay, Can is, so it says I love Holly Can. And therefore Holly's name is Can. There we go. And therefore Hester is also Can. And the arrow is Fig because we didn't get to fill it in because the thing identified yes. There we go. Okay. So that's done. We are completely missing the finance admin. We have Ivan's name, but not the picture. Sapphire Wallace. I'm still suspicious, but I didn't see like any extra pictures of the cat. Like we've seen various cats, but I'm not sure we've seen that cat yet. Maybe. And then we probably have the pictures of Felicia and Melissa, but I'm not sure I yet know how to connect this. And this is that other guy, Paul, probably, right? He may have been the developer that doesn't know any better. Okay, what is in those extras? Okay, autopsy. Christine Mary Pelham, age 47, her address, occupation CEO, found dead in workplace, and case references, date, time of examination. Maybe that would be better zoomed in for you. Description of body, eyes brown, shoulder length brown, 57 kilograms, 165, rigor yes, RBC lysis, grossly dysmorphic, no central pallor. Okay. Liver color normal, lividity fixed. Markson was large contusion and laceration, 5 centimeters on the left. Parietal scalp with underlying hematoma. Okay. Hit on the head. Skull fracture extending from left parietal to temporal lobe. Minor bruising on both upper arms consistent with thumb and finger marks from aggressor grabbing and pushing the deceased from the forefront. No defensive wounds, no internal injuries, organs unremarkable. Significant blood concentration of disappearance found in toxicology. Okay, so this is the medication, right, that Bex was using. Like, she was prescribed the medication, but the medication's gone missing. Both her access card and the medication have gone missing, or at least she claimed in an email they'd gone missing. So yes, someone dragged the CEO with the medication, then like shoved her and then hit her, so it could be just from the shoving. She hit her head, maybe not the fire extinguisher. Time of death, 14 to 21 hours prior to examination, so between 2 and 9 p.m. on 12th of January. Yeah, I mean, my only sort of knowledge of any words like that is from watching a lot of CSI when that was still on TV. So obviously they talked a lot about various crime scene terms and things that happen. So obviously I don't know all of the words, but some of it at least. Probable cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head with contributing acute zolpidem intoxication based on scene investigation, toxicological findings, and the nature and pattern of injuries. That the decedent appears to have been sedated and subsequently sustained a high energy impact to the left side of the head, consistent with being pushed into a solid object with sharp edge, so like a table of some sort. There is no evidence of self-inflicted injury or accidental falling from height. The absence of defensive wounds might be explained by the sedative effect of zolpidem, which likely impaired her ability to resist or brace for impact. I hereby declare that this investigation was conducted with accordance of the autopsy code of practice, and it's true and complete and all that. Yeah, someone dragged her in the shovel, and therefore when we were talking about why would the police get the mag, right? That might have been the mag. I know it's someone else's mag, but I don't know. They just like handed it to her, be like, here's some coffee or whatever, and then she drank it. Christine's smartwatch, move along. Okay, so her heart rate was very high in the morning, but we know she goes for a run in the morning, or gym or something, whatever she goes for. But then that's like her day, and then she was meeting someone and her heart rate went up with like she was stressed or nervous or something like that. And then it drops off because she got smacked in the head. Yeah, very low heart rate detected at 5:47 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. No pulse detected after 6:15 p.m. Consider a calibrating device. If problem persists, seek medical attention. Yes, if your heart is not working, your Fitbit recommends that you see a doctor. Good advice, I think. Laser Kiwi Laboratories. Laser Kiwi. He's lasering the laboratories. Toxicology analyst. Coffee cup flat white. Coffee cup. Oh, this is where this comes back with the whole who drinks what coffee, right? So there are two coffee which have a dose of zolpidem in them. One is the flat white and one is the soy latte. Now, that might... So the CEO, she was meeting someone in the office, right? Like the game was like, oh, maybe whoever she was meeting was the killer. But with two cups being filled with this, it's possible that the people who were in the meeting got both dragged and then a third person did it. But then how is the second person not saying anything unless, you know, like you would say something like, oh yeah, I fell asleep and now this person's dead. Unless they're scared because they're like, I fell asleep and I woke up and now this person's dead, so I better not tell anyone because they're gonna suspect me. But yes, there was zolpidem in the flat white, and there was zolpidem in the soy latte. It's a cooked chicken, lasers coming out of the ice. No, this is a kiwi bird. Yeah. But, you know, it's a bird, so almost chicken with lasers coming out. Yeah, so zolpidem concentration in flat white and soy latte. Samples are consistent with 2 standard Fiestra tablets, dissolved in 260 of coffee. Caffeine concentration in flat white and soy latte. Samples are consistent with average decaffeinated coffee levels. Caffeine concentration in espresso sample is consistent with average caffeinated coffee levels. Okay, so there was also a bunch of caffeine, but it's coffee. There's gonna be caffeine in that. Not sure if that's anything. Okay, there is... you asked for photos from security camera between 3 p.m. yesterday and 7 a.m. today. Here are the first 2 snapshots. The camera takes a photo while it detects motion in the alleyway. It usually seems to snap them near the Zoolingo window or door. I only have it turned on after dark and at the weekend. It only takes 1 snapshot per motion trigger because my hard drive was filling up too quickly. More photos to follow, Craig. Okay, so Craig has a picture, a very blurry picture of someone approaching the Zoolingo window or door. First at 4:44 and then at 4:49, so that could be if it's 1 picture per motion detection. That's someone going in and then someone leaving, I guess. Oh, there's more pictures. Here's the rest. Okay. 1658, a woman with a dog, I think, is what I'm seeing. Okay, let maybe zoom in, see if it... I mean, it's still pretty grainy, but maybe you can see better as well. So it's a woman with like a whitish dog. Maybe it has some black spots. Then another woman with like an orange t-shirt and jeans. And then someone else, I don't know, in a pink shirt at 1:53 a.m. This is at 9:26. Okay, so bunch of people were there. But who can tell who they are? And we have the statements from everyone. Yeah, the woman in t-shirt and jeans is about the more recognizable. And the woman with a dog, actually, like, we should be able to link it to a pet of someone. But it might be someone we can figure it out. But yeah, some of the other ones are like, there is no way, right? It's a ghost, honestly. Richard Paul. Okay, so this might be some missing names and surnames. Physiotherapist. Chris was meeting me and the kids at my daughter's... Okay, that's the husband. At my daughter's music recital, but she never showed up. I assume she was caught up in a last-minute work meeting, so I wasn't too worried at that point. But usually she would tell me if she was going to be late. After the recital, I called her a few times and it rang until going to voicemail. When we got home, our dog Piper wasn't there. I left the kids at home to go to Chris's office at 9:30. But it was totally dark inside. I called the police and they wouldn't do anything because it was only a few hours. And the dog being missing made it seem like she's gone off somewhere. But I know Chris, she wouldn't do that without telling me or the kids. So I phoned my old friend from uni, Phoebe Debenham, who runs a private investigation agency. She came and took lots of papers from Chris's home office to get a head start on figuring out what might have happened. We couldn't get into the computer as it needs Chris's fingerprint. I went for another drive around, checking out the farm park where she often walks Piper and the streets near home. I also called everyone I could think of, but I didn't have any contacts for her colleagues, which seems foolish now. I finally got to bed about 3 a.m. and slept until I was woken by a phone call with the awful news. Coralie, who found her, was really kind. I somehow managed to tell the kids, and we all just sat in the kitchen and cried until the officers came to interview us. I'm taking Piper to do a Zoolingo session after this case, in case she can tell us anything. Okay, so the dog, they found the dog, and the dog is there, and they're gonna interrogate him. Well, it's not necessary that they brought the body to the office later. It's just that they turned all the lights off, right? He didn't get into the office. He just says it was all dark there. Right? He doesn't work there, right? Richard is her husband. He doesn't work there, so he wouldn't be able to get into the office. And then he says he doesn't know anyone who works there, like he doesn't have the contact information, so he wouldn't be able to call someone and be like, let me in or whatever. But yes, then after about 3 a.m., someone calls him to tell him the news. So someone went into the office before 3 a.m., like this here, right? Someone goes there at like 2 and discovers the body to call him about 3 a.m. And it was Coralie who called. So that's interesting. Like, where was the dog? They're not being very clear about where the dog was at the time. Coralie, I got to work at about 10 to 8 this morning, and when I went inside, the lights didn't turn on. There wasn't even the usual low lighting. I walked around waving my arms to no avail. Okay, so the lights were broken. I saw there were some boxes and books and that kind of stuff shoved off the desk, so I wonder if there has been a break-in or something. But before I could investigate, I heard a bark that sounded like it was behind the boardroom door, which was closed. Okay, so the dog was just in there with her. And yet the dog didn't try to defend her. Did they drag the dog? I first thought someone was in there doing something with Zoolingo audio data, but when I knocked, the barking went crazy, so I went in and Christine's dog Piper raced out. She ran over to the other side of the room and started howling. I followed her over and saw Christine slumped on the floor on her side, behind the kitchen near Rebecca and Ben's desk. Okay, so she wasn't in the boardroom, she was near Rebecca and Ben's desk. I tried to wake Christine and checked her pulse, but she was horribly cold. I called the ambulance and they talked me through moving her onto her back and doing chest compressions, and then the medics arrived pretty soon after. Hugh turned up at some point just after the medics. After that, I was put in charge of letting emergency services people into the office using my swipe card and stopping any other employees from coming inside. I heard later there was a lot of blood on the floor from the head injury, but I guess it was too dark for me to see at the time. I was also pretty freaked out because I kind of knew she was dead as much as I hoped I was wrong. Okay, so that's Coralie Care, in case we didn't have the name yet. We could add it, but we know about her. We have Benjamin Manzel. Christine asked me on Friday if I could come to a meeting about the budget at 5 p.m. on Sunday. Omar was in Melbourne, but I thought Rebecca was going to be there. I was on coffee duty, so I got coffees for us free on the way at Common Grounds on the corner. I got to the office about 4:50. I put the coffees in the kitchen and started going through my email. Christine arrived just before 5 with her dog. We had a lot to get through, so we started without Rebecca. I remembered about the coffees and went to get them. After about half an hour, I was feeling strange. It was hard to concentrate. I tried to hide it because Christine gets quite annoyed with excuses. It gets a bit blurry after that. I saw someone with a balaclava and I think they hit me over the head with something. I have a bad cut by my temple. I saw some strands of long hair and the person was quite short. The next thing I knew, I woke up in the dark near the front door feeling groggy. I felt very confused at that point, but I managed to make my way to the 24-hour medical clinic down the road. They did a blood test. I took a taxi home as I was starting to feel a lot more normal by then. It was maybe 5 a.m. by this point. My alarm woke me at 7. And I got ready and came to work as usual. There is budget work that needs to be done, and I could not take the day off. It was total chaos at the office with police and ambulance. And I realized my weird experience might be relevant to what happened, so I talked to a cop and told him, okay, so Ben was meeting with her, and it's like what I said might have happened, that the two people that were at the meeting were dragged, but that's his story, right? It's possible that he got dragged and then he didn't realize what was happening because he was all confused. But it's also possible that he did it, then like dragged himself and then was like, oh yeah, I don't know what happened. I was dragged as well, right? Depends. And again, he's got big debts, so if someone was going to need money, he's one of those people, right? So he said he like left at some point when he woke up. So it's possible this could be him leaving at a random time in the night after he wakes up from the thing. And he says like, you know, he got home at like 5 after waking up and going to a medical clinic and stuff like that, right? So if he left at almost 2 a.m., that's possible for them. That takes until 5 for him to get home. Maybe. Rebecca, on Friday evening, I went out for drinks with a friend. When I got home, I went to get my new sleeping meds from my bag, but it wasn't there yet. That's her saying the drags and card went missing. My access card for the office was missing too, so I guess I must have dropped stuff out of my bag at some point while I was dancing. I emailed Holly, my admin, to ask her to cancel the card on Monday and sort out a new one. The other guy said Ben thought I was coming to a meeting on Sunday evening at the office, but I didn't know anything about that. I always go running on Sundays because I'm training for a half marathon. I got an email on Friday from my friend Sally asking me to join my run, and I went to the pet shop to meet her at 4:45 p.m. like we arranged. However, she didn't turn up, so after about 15 minutes, I ran to her house, which is nearby. I figured I would meet her on the way if she was running late. I didn't call her because her email said she lost her phone. She was at home and she said she never sent that email. She hadn't lost her phone and she couldn't run away and she couldn't run anyway because she sprained her foot. I stayed and had a few wines with her while we made up some crazy stories about the mystery email. Then I ran home at 6:30 p.m. My husband and daughter got home from the zoo about 6:45 p.m. with some takeaways. Then we watched a movie together as a family. Bill and I went to bed around 11 p.m. When I got to work this morning at 8:45, the police said my medication was still on my desk in the office, but I know I didn't leave it there. I'm a neat freak and I always full clear my desk before the weekend. Okay, so this is interesting, right? Because she's obviously like, the friend says they didn't send me the email, right? Someone sent her the email to like keep her away from the office would be the thing. Now, she says she went to her house and, had spent time with her husband, but it's like, when does the husband send her the emails that's like, I know what you were doing, don't show up, right? So 13th of January. Do we have like a calendar reference? She had like this thing. So 12 is the Sunday that the CEO got murdered on. Because that was the meeting. Okay, so 13th is the day that the husband emails to say, I know what you've been doing, Rebecca, don't bother coming home. Which means it's still within the realm of possibility for Rebecca to have gone home on Sunday, and the husband was Sunday the 12th, and the husband was none the wiser, right? Because this is the statement is on the 13th after the murder. So this whole murder thing happens, and then immediately after she gets an email from her husband being like, oh, and also I'm leaving you because of your affairs. But that means, yes, she's not lying probably about the fact that she went home and her family was there. Though at this point the husband might not be so happy to confirm her alibi for her. We have Sally Blake, civil engineer. Rebecca and I were at high school together, and we've kept in touch. She turned up at my house just after 5 p.m. yesterday, Sunday. She had received an email purportedly from me asking to meet her for a run at 4:45 p.m. by the pet shop. I did not send the email. It was not from an address I have ever used. The email was hilariously unlike my writing, with short, abrupt sentences and double spaces after the periods. However, the email did include the actual name of my dog, which was extremely creepy. It's interesting. Double spaces after the periods. I wonder if there are any emails slash messages we can see that uses double spaces after periods, which is apparently like an old school thing that people who used to write on typewriters do, because that's what you would do on typewriters, but obviously on computers you don't have to. So I wonder if that's a clue to like someone's age or something, or someone who likes to write on typewriters, I guess. Yeah, Rebecca and I were intrigued by it all, so she stayed and had a drink while we tried sleuthing with where the email might have originated. All we could figure out for sure was that it was sent by someone who knows personal information about us both. We figured it was probably some kind of stalker, so Rebecca called the non-emergency police line to get on record. I guess you'll be able to look that up. Rebecca left my house at 6:30 p.m. and her husband and daughter were due home. It's the smoking typewriter. That's spoilers for Payne's Creek. Don't do that. I mean, we're not playing Payne's Creek, but that's fine. Zoolingo. Oh, this is them interrogating the dog using the app about the thing. So did the app work? Farm, large animals, location farm. So like the cows, outdoors, smell, many, heard of cows? Yes, we've heard of cows and heard of bears and heard of many other things. Smell, fear, human, violence, family, human, family, Christine, walk. Okay, so the dog is testifying that they were on a farm with cows. And there was a violent human and they were worried about their family human and the dog was trapped. So that's the dog's testimony via the translation app. Toxicology and medical report for Benjamin Manzel. Upon presentation, the patient was disoriented. Okay, so this is from the clinic he went to. The patient was disoriented with a complaint of severe grogginess and a headache following a suspected altercation. Visible signs of moderate head trauma, including a deep laceration near the temple, were found upon physical examination. The patient claims to have been drugged in a break-in and subsequently incapacitated for an extended period. Toxicology screening was requested to identify possible substances in the patient's system. Yes, so above therapeutic dose range given time elapsed since ingestion may cause grogginess, confusion. Okay, so this report confirms that Ben was the second person that got zolpidem in his system. But again, does that mean he consumed him by himself because he wanted to cover his tracks, or does it mean someone gave it to him? Head trauma assessment. Patient presents a head injury and post-concussive symptoms, dizziness, nausea, and disorientation consistent with being attacked. Laceration required 3 stitches. Clinical recommendation is recommended that Ben is monitored for further post-concussive complication. Given the nature of the incident, suspected breaking, it's possible that Ben's confusion is partially due to psychological factors, including stress, trauma, or the combination of zolpidem and head injury. Now, the weird part about it is that you are present enough to understand there is something wrong with you, and you go to medical clinic and you say, I was attacked in a break-in and all that stuff, but you don't then go to be like, oh, and there was something else with me. Maybe we should call the police and have them check out the place, right? He just gets checked out and then goes home. So that further like feels like someone who's establishing an alibi, right? He goes to medical clinic and basically says, I was dragged and beaten up in a break-in, so test me for drugs. So I have a medical record to confirm that I had those sedatives in my system, right? Ben is looking very suspicious right now. Like, it's all too convenient for him to have gotten out of there and gotten this medical report, but then didn't contact anyone to say, hey, there's been a break-in, we should do something, right? Awanui Riverbank, wire transfer receipt. Your transfer was successfully processed on January 12, 1807. New Zealand daytime. The 30-minute window for cancellation has expired. You can view pending transfer on the sheet. New transfer. Transaction number. Amount. 2,999,999. Sent to account crypt keeper cryptocurrency. Hidden address in the Seychelles. From account Zoolingo Limited. Okay, so yes, someone has transferred the money from Zoolingo to some crypto account. Send immediately, New Zealand dollars. User ID, okay. So someone used authentication, email and fingerprint links. Well, 45 Paws Avenue, that's the company address, right? Because when we got the map for the place, which was somewhere, it said that's where the company is. If I can find it. It was somewhere. Oh, it was on this plan, right? Paws Avenue is where Zoolingo is located. So this is money coming out of the Zoolingo company account, right? Into some sort of cryptocurrency hidden account. Yeah, Ryan obviously is the crypto bro, right? Because he mentioned this on his CV and everything. So we know that. Then we know that Ben, the CFO, is the one with the debts and the one that was in the meeting. Now, the thing here is, right, that the authentication method used is for 2 user IDs, right? So you have one user initiating and one user confirming. And they're like email link fingerprints. So it feels like you would have to be, yes, like the CFO in order to even be able to initiate transfer from company accounts, and probably the CEO confirms. But again, Ben might or may not be lying, and it could be that, yes, if someone managed to get the 2 of them knocked out, and the security they use is fingerprints, because there was talk about someone not being able to open something because they use fingerprint on the laptop. If both the CEO and the CFO are knocked out, you can use their fingers to confirm things on laptops without them knowing it. No, someone's stealing money, but I think that someone might be working at the company. Okay, so swipe card logs in the Zoolingo office. So we have the Zone A and some events. So cards swiped, manual override, alley by door, internal by door. Okay, so this all goes down on the 12th, right? So the 12th is the time of the meeting and when it all happens. And then 13th is when they find the body. And okay, so we have Rebecca Cook is in the office on the 10th, the Friday. She swipes the internal thing by the door, which means she leaves with her card, right? This is all the people leaving the office with their cards. At the end of day Friday, right? So this is like internal by door. I assume the internal swiper when you go outside. Then on the 12th, 3 people enter the office. Now, this says here Rebecca enters the office, but I think her story holds up is that someone took her card, because then on the Sunday she wasn't in the office, she was with her friend. They were like talking about the email, and they even called the police, so I assume there would be a report of that as well. So someone who stole Rebecca's card enters the office at 4:44. Then Ben comes in soon after, and Christine comes in soon after. So I assume this person comes in and hides, right? Because they don't see anyone else. They come in and swipe themselves in. Then 6:30, the person using Rebecca's card leaves. Then 1:53, Ben leaves. And then Coralie comes in the morning. So that seems to align with like the stories we've been told so far. We just have to figure out who took Rebecca's card and used it to get in the office. We also have the light logs. Between 5 p.m. and 8, main overhead lights will dim after no movement has been detected for 10 minutes. Safety and exit lights will remain illuminated. But then we were saying that, yes, someone has disabled the sensors. Motion sensors manually deactivated. Admin override. Who has admin to the light system, right? That's the interesting thing. Even more interesting, whoever comes in at 8:42 in the morning has admin override as well to turn them back on, because they manually activate them again. So at 8, so we have Coralie coming in and out a bunch at 8, because she's like coming in, noticing the lights are off, and finding out all the mayhem. And then 8:48, there's an override from Secure Me admin Wi-Fi 154, which is someone like, I think that also Coralie said that she was delegated to make sure all the emergency staff had access, so they may have like disabled the door so they don't have to swipe in and out. So yes, who turned off the lights is the question of this. But yes, that means the times here for people coming and going. 4:44 says Rebecca Cook arrives on the 12th. So 4:44 is this extremely blurry person coming in. Very helpful. Then 4:49, that's Ben. And 4:58, that's Christine. So that makes sense because that's her with the dog. Right? She comes with the dog. Then 9:26. Who comes over at 9:26? Why are they looking through the window? Because no one swipes in at that time, right? It's just someone is looking through the window at 9:26 for some reason. And then 6:37 is where the person with Rebecca's card leaves. But weirdly, there is no picture for that. So that person swiped by the door, but no one left, right? Because we have them all arriving in order, right? The mysterious person using Rebecca's cards, then Ben, then the CEO. But then when the card is swiped for Rebecca Cook to leave, at 6:37, no one leaves. Yeah, there is no picture. There is no motion detection camera picture to say someone actually left. They just swiped the card to make it appear as if someone left. And so things get more suspicious. Because we don't know who this is. Yeah, it's really looking like Ben, because that would further it to, this is Ben leaving. And in this, he's got like kind of pink shirt, gray trousers. And here, obviously, this is the two picture, right? Because when I first looked at it, I thought this was the same person, right? The 444 and the 449. Like, is it just me, or are both of those a man in pink shirt and gray trousers? Right? So he swipes in with Rebecca's card, pretending to be Rebecca. Then he swipes in as himself. And then he swipes out as Rebecca to be like, she left and I was still in there. Ben, you're looking so suspicious. And then we have Rebecca's smartwatch confirming that she was on her run. So she ran past work because she obviously went to that past that little shop, right? Because she was supposed to meet a friend. But then the friend wasn't there, so she ran to the friend's house. And that basically confirms the route of she left her house, ran towards work, and then went. So I think the email she was sent was to get her to come near her work, right? Because that would, show up on her location tracking and whatever, that she went towards work at that time, at the time of the meeting that she knew nothing about. But then whoever planned this didn't then account for her going to her friend's house and just having a who's the creep party, right? So she unknowingly established herself an alibi because she continued on, right? And she went to the friend's house and she stayed there. And she also made a trace of the fact that her card has been taken. She doesn't have it. Okay, so back to the whole someone emails her to say, hey, can we go over there, right? Yes, if we inspect this is the two spaces after the full stops. So can we get an email from Ben somewhere to see if he does? He does. Those are two spaces, right? So if we compare after hair full stops, we only just about to fit the one magnifying glass here, but after his stops, there is more room than one magnifying glass width. Those are double full stop spaces after full stop. We've got you there, Ben. We've got you. Yes. And yeah, he said, oh, can we meet one last time on Friday? Right? Because he said, oh, Friday night, can we meet, same place? Yeah, yes, he's totally luring her to steal her drugs, and he knows that she's taking those drugs, right? I don't think she's going around the office being like, hey, look at my sleeping pills that I'm taking, that totally knocked me out, right? It would have to be someone who's very close to her to know such things. So, Ben, aren't you a suspicious little fella. But before we get to that, because we got quite deep into accusing Ben of the things, we still have a few people that need identifying. So this, I think, is Mark, right? That one guy that Holly was helping with his dating. No, Michael. Okay, there we go. Michael Chambers. He's the developer, because that's the only place where we fully missing a name. So he can go here. Michael Chambers go here, and we have his picture from his dating thing. So that's all connected. Then the other people we're missing is Melissa's surname and picture. Felicia's like, we have a picture she's in, but it's a group picture, so we have to narrow it down. And Felicia, also picture. The finance admin is missing completely as well. So actually, Michael the way he was talking, he feels more like a developer than finance admin, right? Because again, with the open world multiplayer RPG, and it would make sense that he's associated with Holly, because she's the technical admin for his team rather than he's some admin there. But let me just review some extra admins chat. No. Holly, White Idea Chambers. Okay, no. Okay, I've got it wrong then. Clear this. Because in here where they're talking about the thing, it's not just him and Holly, it's in admin's chat. So that's where they're discussing it, which means yes, there's a third person, it's Michael here in this chat, that's talking, and then there's another person that's laughing at him. Yes, so those are two messages from two different people. Okay, so Michael Chambers, is the finance admin, and Ivan is the other admin. Okay, and that's his picture. Okay, I have it in that other thing, so it's telling me I can't use it. Yeah. There you go. That's him. So who else are we missing that we haven't placed from everything we have? We have Paul. Okay, we have Paul Verdi already placed from this picture. Ivan, we have his name, not his picture. At least not placed his picture. So yeah, those are the two ladies from the data stuff. Because I assume this person here is maybe Holly. Although, I don't know, she has darker hair. We have the turtleneck guy, right? There was the thing about the guy that dresses like Steve Jobs in one of the chats. Hugh dresses like Steve Jobs. So, okay, we already have Hugh identified because we just went with, well, that's the only man left in that team, so that doesn't help. Like, I'm completely missing someone's name still. Martin. We don't have a Martin anywhere yet, I think. And so is he the missing person from that chart. Okay, so Martin. Because yeah, that's the person as well, because this is coffee orders for the team that Coralie leads, which would make sense that Martin is on that list. Okay, so that adds him up. He's the developer. So then what else do we have that can help us? Like, what pictures do we have that we haven't used? Like, do we have a lot of pictures of people that are left? This is, yeah, there was someone's passport application, right? This was printed by Ivan and was on the central desks together with staff from Omar and the sales team. And so if Ivan is the marketing admin and therefore he would likely be sitting with the sales team, right? There is the 6 of them here. Yeah, so that's the 6 people. So it would then follow that by the association with location, this is, yes, Martin's ordered hot chocolate with marshmallows. Okay, no coffee, hot chocolate with marshmallows. I live in a whimsical world of hot chocolate. I agree. So yes, I think this is Ivan. This from this passport picture. Like, it says that Ivan printed it, but I didn't immediately jump to this being his picture because there were notes about, hey, Ivan, can you print me this and that? And we said Ivan was the assistant, so, you know, he could have printed it for someone else, right? Someone else could have asked him to print. But I think because of them all sitting together as a team, that makes more sense that this is Ivan's picture, okay? So that's him narrowed down, and then we have to get those 3 done. So the database, this is their area. This is stuff from their area, because we have Ryan here with this stuff. So they're sitting together here with a plant. We've got Ryan, we've got the horse, we've got the paper, smooth head, F. But yeah, we're missing Melissa's surname because she's not involved in this paper. ANT Smod, the owners. Is there like a name of a person that did any sort of, like, you know, she signed something somewhere that I didn't read, and that's where her surname is. Yes, because this is what we know, that Melissa is the data engineer from this. And this is about the fact that he has a barn with cows. Ben, that is Rochelle Riley. Huh. Is there a place that fish goes? No. Oh, we still... See, here's the thing. Like, which cat is her cat, right? Because they send out this picture to say, this is an example of a cat breed we want to see, right? So this isn't a picture of her cat. But then we never get another picture of a cat that's like that, right? The only thing we get is this sad kitten that gets sad because you don't clean your desk. Yeah, is it like her cat looks like that sort of picture? Because I was like, well, they just send it to say, we want a cat like that, not to say, here's your cat, right? But I guess they're going like, her cat looks exactly like this, and that's okay for the picture. But okay, fine. Because yes, I was expecting there to be like, we would see her email, right? Because as part of this, they say, you will get digital pictures of your pet. So I was expecting to later like have her email that would say, here's the pictures of your cat we took for the photo shoot. Right, but that never occurred unless it's this cat. Right, because here's the proof for the new poster. Let me know what you think. Omar and Peter are okay with it, Kathy, right? So could it be that this is her cat? After they've taken the picture, they say this one? Like, it's not exactly the same, but I guess this, like, the color is different, but the markings, shape is similar. So I think that's her cat. There we go. Okay, so we've got Ivan, Michael, and Sapphire Wallace. So yes, I was right the first time. The example cat wasn't her cat. We just got the picture of her cat first before we even knew about that whole situation. Okay, you three. Where are you even anywhere? Because obviously there were things at the start here that may be something to do. Right, yes. Oh, this is Polly sitting next to Martin, the first aider. So this was also in the kitchen, so it's bigger for you, right? This is a picture of Martin. And then he had the unpaid invoice for the first aid course. Okay, it's all coming back to me. Mr. Perrault. Martin Perrault. Yes, the thread has unraveled in my brain. The first aider. Okay, so now Felicia and Melissa, we need to... Oh, hello. Look who's here for some late appearance of scratching my chair. And getting her claws stuck in my sweater and then complaining about it. Yep. Classic cats. Okay. So that explains that. Okay. So Michael messages Melissa here to say, Miss Lee, are you the one for me? Michael, please stop. So Melissa's surname is Lee. So that gets us that, and now their pictures. Because we know where the pictures are, it's just the... How do we tell which one is which? Because I'm not sure, like, we haven't seen any other pictures of them. Right? Those are the only pictures? Like, no, because she wasn't even collectible here. So she must be collectible from somewhere else. So let's review. Oh, Felicia is 21 again. We get this at the very start. I have forgotten. And yes, her parents' name are Head Smith. Right? So that's why she's got the double surname. So this is Felicia. And that means Melissa is here. There we go. So yes, everything has the correct clue. We have identified every single person in this organization and their pets. So we've got that all done. So I assume now we click on submit findings. Like there isn't a spot for us to say, and Ben did it, right? Even though we think Ben did it. Yeah, look at him, just grinning like he thinks he got away with it. So we submit. Oh, okay. Who was caught on camera in the alleyway the following times? And who caused Christine's death? Who has the missing money? Okay, so we have to do the thing where it's like, who's that on the camera? Okay. So at 4:44 and 4:49, I think those are both Ben, right? First is Ben swiping in as Rebecca, then it's Ben swiping in as himself. So Ben. and then Ben. And then Christine arrives at 4:58 with her dog, right? We have a confirmation of that. Christine Pelham, 4:58. Christine with her dog Piper. Sunday at 9:26. Yes, that was the mysterious one I didn't quite narrow down, right? Because the problem with that one is that they don't swipe in. This person here, orange top, can't zoom it in, orange top and jeans, brown hair. They only look through a window. They don't swipe in, so we can't identify them like that. I left the kids at home and got to Cruz's office about 9:30, but it was dark. Yeah, that might be the husband, because he says he got here 9:30. Oh, because he has long hair, right? Because this is him. Let's not forget that he has long hair, so it's not a woman looking through the thing. So that's... Yeah, we have this extra sexy picture of him. So that's Richard. And then Monday at 1:53, that is Ben leaving the place. Who caused Christine's death? I think it was Ben. And who has the missing money? Well, if Ben killed her, right, then I think the crypto is like to lead us to think that maybe Ryan did it, right? Because, you know, he was scamming the company and whatever, and he does crypto, but Ben is the one that we say is responsible, and he has huge debts, so it makes sense that Ben would steal the money. Yeah, we did it! Continue to the next day. Prosecution briefing. Alleged timeline. Wednesday, 8th of January morning. Rebecca Cook breaks off long-term affair with suspect Benjamin Mansell. Friday, Benjamin goes with RC to bar, then hotel. Suspect obtains Zoolingo office access card, then Zolpidem prescription medication from RC's bag without her knowledge. Yes, he arrives at the office for meeting with victims Christine Pelham, swipes RC's access card and picks up free coffees from Common Grounds Cafe. Yes, because we set it up to make it seem like she was going to be there as well. BM swipes his own access card and enters the office. BM adds 2 or more Zolpidem tablets to CP's coffee. CP enters the office. CP drinks coffee, consuming Zolpidem. Her pulse dropped below 40, indicating heavy sedation. Wire transfer authorized by them both. Yes, so that's how he's able to get the transfer. Lightning motion sensor disabled. He holds her upper arms and pushes her into a desk. Then the ensuing blunt force trauma causes severe cranial damage and death. BM swipes RC access card but remains inside. BM adds 2 or more Zolpidem tablets to his own coffee and drinks it. BM subsequently falls asleep under the influence on Zolpidem. Monday, he swipes his access card and leaves the office. He is examined at the A&E. Blood sample is taken for a toxicology screen. And then Coralie arrives at the office, discovers the body, calls emergency services. Evidence and discussion. The original images were of extreme poor quality. Those have been digitally enhanced and now show recognizable figures. The images support BM swiping RC's access card. CP entry time and complete absence of RC. BM appears not to have known about the security camera, which is plausible since it's well hidden. Swipe card logs. Logs show that cards belong to BM, CP, and RC was swiped on 12th of January. These times are consistent with the alleged timeline. Lighting motion sensor was not triggered at 4:40 p.m. when RC's access card was swiped, indicating that nobody entered the office at the time. Okay, so that's the one thing I didn't quite catch, right? That after Rebecca's card was swiped, no one went in, so the light didn't turn on. The light only turns on after he enters with his card. The motion sensor for the internal office lighting was disabled just before CP's death, which is consistent with BM attempting to reduce visibility from outside the offices before the attack. Precise timing of CP's heavy sedation and death are based on pulse from her move along smartwatch. Wire transfer. CP's MI link and fingerprint were used for authentication, both of which were available to BM since CP's laptop was currently open and in use. And BM could possibly physically manipulate CP's hand to use her fingerprint, give her hand comatose state after 5:47. Autopsy once suggests BM intended to harm or kill CP, not false implication of RC. BM was angry with RC for ending the affair and took the following step to implicate RC. Using her access card so it would appear in the logs. Sending an email from Sally to get RC near the scene. BM description of the figure with balaclava. BM buying free coffees to support his allegation that RC was expected at the 5 p.m. meeting. Okay, so we can review the enhanced things where he's just there staring at the camera going, "Hi, that's me pretending to be my ex-girlfriend swapping her card." Totally not suspicious. That's him with the coffees, that's her with the dog. Oh yeah, that's the husband looking in the window, and that's Ben leaving. Okay, yeah, that's the logs, all the logs. Yes, we've seen this all already. Just if we wanted to review it. You've done a fantastic job! Yes, we've done a fantastic job. Not long after I passed your conclusions on to the police, they confirmed there was enough evidence as Ben to charge him for murder and obtaining by deception. He wasn't very good at hiding his digital footprints, so it looks like they will also be able to trace the missing millions and prove that he sent the email from Sally. One case down, and you're already becoming an integral part of Debenham detection. You've earned the rest of the day off. Wow, thanks, boss! Tomorrow we'll start a new case that just come in. 3 therapy llamas are missing from a local wellness center under suspicious circumstances. Only 1 llama was left behind. I heard that Omar is going to be the new CEO. Shall we ask him if we can bring in a llama to interrogate using Zoolingo? Yes, the new crime detection. The end. Thanks for playing. Yes, unfortunately the llama case is not real. That's all there is to this game. But yes, it was made by basically 1 person, so very nice. Like, obviously, yes, if you look at it at the surface of it, it's like, oh yeah, you know, the graphics are not that great and whatever, but I actually had a good time doing all of the investigation, and yes, from playing Roottrees and being very into Roottrees, that really also gave me that feeling that you get from Roottrees of like, oh yes, I'm interpreting the evidence, I'm seeing everything, I'm getting that. So I think yes, this was well developed in terms of the mystery and like sprinkling the evidence, and yes, getting the like, oh yeah, you have to remember at the start you got some things that you never used, so you know, make sure you're reviewing all of your evidence. So yes, I think they've done a good job. So big thumbs up, and I hope they develop more things in the future, because yeah, that's a good start. So yeah, and therefore thank you all for joining me today. Again, this was one of the more experimental choices for the stream, because I was like, I didn't really have time to pick anything bigger, and I also was like, you know, we just done some bigger point and clicks, so I didn't want to jump straight into a bigger point and click, so I was like, this looks cool for like a 1 stream game. So I am glad it worked out. I hope you've enjoyed it. So tomorrow there will not be a stream, I'm sorry to say. purely because, as I said, I've been pretty busy, which means I am slightly behind on various things I need to do for the channel to make sure, you know, we've got videos coming out on the schedule I have and stuff like that. So tomorrow I will be caught up in recording and editing and channel admin and all that stuff before I have to get back to work for next week. So, but I think next week, so next Sunday, we're gonna come back, and I think it's finally time for me to play Kathy Rain, because I've got it in like the summer sale and haven't started it since then. So we're gonna be detective, and I heard that game is pretty good, so hopefully you will be up for that. But yes, for today, that is it. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking the stream, as it helps the channel. And yeah, thank you to channel members for supporting the channel. And I will see you all soon. Bye-bye!